faithful to you.
Live in all caps. Ito po si Lenny Robredo sumusuporta sa ating minamahal na multi-awarded multimedia guru Noel Ferrer sa kanyang pagle-level up. Kaya Ateneo, level up! Level up!
Happy victorious 3rd anniversary Radyo Katipunan, and congratulations to my very good friend Noel Ferrer of Level Up for all awards you have been receiving. It's such a great honor and privilege na mag-guest po sa inyong show last year. It was so much fun doing that interview, considering that I was still grieving the loss of my mom and my beloved sister. It's really nice to talk to my good friend, kapatid na Noel. It's always a pleasure. Please take care of yourself and stay safe and healthy. Sa kahit na ano pong gagawin natin, kailangan po tayong mag-level up. Again, thank you very much. Thank you for your service, and God bless you more and more.
Happy 3rd anniversary sa Radyo Katipunan, at syempre, congratulations din kay Sir Noel ng Level Up. Thank you for always sharing the message of hope during these uncertain times, and I pray that you will always be a source of inspiration for your community. Once again, congratulations and happy 3rd anniversary.
Voice of the Blue Eagle, Radyo Katipunan 87.9.
Hello! Ako po si Joey De Leon at ako po ay bumabati sa Radyo Katipunan sa kanilang anibersaryo. Kung nabubuhay lang si Bonifacio, tiyak sasabihin niya, "So good, mga kapatid! So good," lalo na ang palatuntunan ni Noel na level up. In English, level up. In Tagalog, kataas-taasang Radyo Katipunan. Congratulations! Tandaan nyo, ang Radyo Katipunan, lalo na ang level up ni Noel. So good! mga kapatid.
The Voice of the Blue Eagle, Radyo Katipunan, 87.9.
Sa Radyo Katipunan, happy 3rd anniversary po sa inyo. Thank you for connecting us with one another during these difficult times. At pati kay Sir Noel ng Level Up, congratulations din po sa inyo. Thank you for bringing to us stories of inspiration and stories of excellence. Ako po si Vico Soto na nagsasabing basta't sama-sama tayo, patuloy na umaagos ang pag-asa at patuloy tayong mag-level up.
The Voice of the Blue Eagle, Radyo Katipunan, 87.9.
Radyo, 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 katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. Radyo, 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 katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. The Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, katipunero sugo, todo sa kayod, tunong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing giting at tigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, katipunan. Radyo, katipunan. Katipunan.
All caps, mga Atenista! It's time to level up! Your top variety program showcasing the best in media and other fields. As we feature the most loved personalities and the best practices of what we truly refer to as Magis. Together with multi-awarded multimedia guru Mr. Noel Ferrer, let's all level up every Fridays from 3 to 6 p.m. here on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Yes, Judith, thank you. Okay, all good, all ready, all the best. And we say, when we say we have the best here and we're leveling up, it's really leveled up to the highest extent, and we're talking gold and we're feeling gold because last Monday, the state of the nation for me was the state of Team HD, a state of Team Hidilyn Diaz, and I was really waiting for it with all the Filipinos here following. And then for the first time, we're having the whole team, and we want to honor not just our Olympic gold medalist, but the team behind her. So as we're waiting for our gold medalist, may I introduce to you the team behind her, and I'm happy to have them here. But before that, let me call on parang co-host, an outstanding Atenean, my good friend who's teaching Earth Science, Hydrology and Earth Science at TOYM awardee. I can say a lot of things about him. He's just a superior guy, a gold standard guy too. But then, well, he agreed to give us the translations later with of Coach Gao, and then, well, give us insights na rin as to what happened. So we have John Burkant-Leong. Hello, Doc. Hello, John. Good afternoon.
Oh,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And
You have to greet your students who let you join this show this afternoon.
Yeah, I have a class right now, but
You're supposed to have a class, so say good afternoon, everyone, and we're on to something very, very important, not only to us but for the country, because it's the first time we're meeting Team HD, Team Hidilyn Diaz. So, John, where were you last Monday? Did you watch the game?
last Monday I was teaching.
You were teaching, but then did you hear of Hidilyn's victory?
I heard it from you.
No, but what was the impact? Actually, we're putting together, yun nga, sabi ko kay Doktora mamaya, as people are talking about Hidilyn's legacy, no, or achievement, it's nice also to know what the people think as parang the effect of the gold medal to the Filipino people. To you, what was the impact of the gold, John?
For me, no, it's the Filipino spirit, no? Parang this is the first time, so parang it lifts us up, no? Well, especially these days with the pandemic, no, parang everything is difficult, but this one sort of really boosts us up. Yeah.
At babae pa, di ba? Parang
precisely.
We had this book, ayon, Ginto at Pilak, kind of prophetic, di ba? Well, Doc Karen and Coach Gao. Parang we had this last year. It was a long parang process. I wanted, as an educator, to like document Heidi's journey. Why? Because long after we're gone, parang at least may creation of knowledge. Alam niyo ni Doktor, yung tipong sa library, pwedeng balikan yung inspiring story niya. Kasi, di ba? Parang so, it's icon building too, but yun, nandito yung pinagdaanan niya. So, but then, may part 2 na, nadagdagan na ng nagdagdagan. So, let's introduce our other guest. John, we have the reason why you're here to si Coach, we have to pronounce it, Kai Wen Gao. Okay? Hello, Coach. Good afternoon. You are the Chinese coach, or actually, parang Filipino na, parang in-adapt na rin natin siya. Coach, how are you? You're muted. You're muted, Coach. Okay. You have to unmute yourself, Coach. Ayan na. How do you say that, John?
高先生，我们听不到。
Okay, that's it. He's doing something. Well,
sorry. Fine, thanks.
Very good.
Sorry, I know. Open. Sorry.
We're a whole family here, so we understand. Coach, how are you after victory in Tokyo?
Yes.
John, how are you? How are you, Coach?
Fine, thanks. Okay.
You're okay. So, Coach, can you tell us what's your feeling? How do you feel now that you came home with a gold and then beat your own country? John, how do you say that?
我可以用中文回答吗？
可以。他的问题你了解啊？
你说一下，你再说一下。
他在问你现在感觉怎么样？然后因为收到金牌在中国，然后你也是中国人，拿到金牌给菲律宾，你感觉怎么样？
我觉得他这个金牌拿的是非常非常不容易，也是非常非常好的。这个金牌说是在第一次我在这个奥运会赛场上听到了这个菲律宾的国歌，他能站到这个最高领奖台上，这是菲律宾的骄傲，也是他本人的骄傲，也是菲律宾的骄傲。
Well, he says that getting this gold is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's very difficult, and the winning it is pride not only for her but for the entire country.
Yeah, but how does it feel that the Philippines is actually the tight competitor of its own country, China?
他在问你感觉怎么样？因为菲律宾跟大陆在这时候是两个很近的。
对，明白。
所以你感觉怎么样？
我感觉心里很矛盾。当然了，我也为海底拿金牌感到骄傲。 也为中国这个失去这个金牌感到惋惜，所以我心里是比较矛盾的。但是呢，我还是很高兴，我心里非常高兴。菲律宾拿的这个金牌是名副其实的金牌，确实是跟他自己应该得这个金牌。我为菲律宾高兴。
矛盾我不知道怎样翻译啊，矛盾
就是心里很不平衡，很复杂。
哦，
就是心情又高兴，又说不出的那种难过。这是矛盾的。
So he says, it's like a mixed feelings. On one hand, he feels very excited, very happy. At the same time, a little bit, it's a mixed feeling. But at the end of the day, he also feels very, very happy, very proud for Hidilyn and for the country.
This is a tough question. The next question, John, is didn't China expect him to like say something about Heidi's training and how strong Heidi is? Because I think parang he was being asked by people from China before about Heidi's situation. Wasn't he compelled to divulge the techniques and how strong Heidi was?
他在问在大陆的时候不是在大陆中国在问你的时候Hidilyn在准备他是怎么样他们很多问题是希望可能他们希望知道他是多好，然后你有没有告诉他们，或是他说这个问题可能比较困难。
实际上呢是中国的教练并没有问我，如果他是问我的这个Heidi训练的情况，我会很老实的告诉他，但是他们没有问我，所以我也没有主动告诉他们，他们根本就没，他们就没有把Heidi放在一个很重要的竞争对手上，所以这是他们的失误。
Okay. Well, it turns out they never asked him, and he said that if they asked him, then he would have frankly told them what her situation. But they never asked, and most likely they didn't ask because they underestimated her, and by not asking, this was their it was
their way of like looking at her. Yun yung tingin nila. Parang they didn't see Heidi as a threat.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, Coach, just tell him, thank you for having integrity. I think yun yung sinabi ni Heidi, no, na she was secure that he won't like say anything against Hidilyn or that would mar her chances for the gold. So Heidi said in an interview that she believed in coach's integrity. Actually, yung sinabi niya. Well, that's a word that she used. Can you just like tell him that, John?
Integrity, pero sige. Noel 在说Hidilyn有一段时间有说他很感谢你，因为你们在锻炼的时候也没有给别人知道你们的情况是怎么样所以他感谢你的我不知道怎样翻译 integrity 你这个
我明白这个意思我也非常感谢Heidi他付出了很多努力，我非常谢谢他因为我们在一起生活训练Heidi对我也非常照顾，我也非常感谢 Julius 他们对我的帮助Heidi 还有所有Heidi的团队，他们都付出了努力他们能取得这个成绩是大家共同努力的结果，不光是我主要是Heidi他自己训练刻苦的结果
sabi niya he's also very grateful for Hidilyn because they also took care of him, they trusted him.
Yes.
And also Julius, so both of them, he's extremely grateful for them.
No, actually, as a well, as someone close to Hidilyn and Julius, they really wouldn't leave the country if kunyari hindi na issue yung passport niya. Because I know last minute, no, Coach Gao, I knew that we were in a hotel. They were waiting for the passport. They don't know if they're leaving or not for abroad for training. And so when it came, sabi na, well, the decision was pag hindi na namin nakuha yung passport, hindi kami aalis. So like Coach Gao was really part of the family. But let's now go to another member of the Team HD. I saw her in the forum with Carmina Constantino last night sa ANC after the fact, and I really love her analysis. At kita mo, hindi lang it's not work, but it's just it's also malasakit dun sa taong yun pinagsisabihan niya at yun gusto niyang maging better person. We have now coach din yung tawag sa inyong lahat, diba? Coach Karen Trinidad, ma'am. Thank you very much, the resident psychologist, no? Ma'am, can you tell us about your role in the team?
Okay, so good afternoon. So I work as a sports psychologist, no, dun sa team. So basically, I work with the mental aspect, not only with the mental as well as the emotional aspect of Hides. And then yung well-being is very important, no, kasi even if yun nga sabi natin malakas siya physical, technical, but if the psychological aspect is not good, no, yung holistic part niya, usually yun ang nane-neglect, mag-fall apart din siya. So very important that there should be balance, no, in everything.
How did you get to Team HD? Kasi yung parang Coach Gao got into it because nagtanong si Heidi sa kaibigan kung sino yung magaling mag-coach, no? At siya nga in the training sa China, si Coach Gao yung nahanap. Ma'am, ano yung affinity ninyo kay Heidi?
I've been working with the Philippine Sports Commission as consultant na sports psychologist. I've been there since 2008. Tapos si Hides would visit the unit, no, every once in a while. Kaya lang hindi siya ganun ka-regular. Pag kunyari gusto niya lang mag-session, so pupunta siya. Until, yun nga, yung bago siya mag-Rio. So Rio, medyo mas madalas na, kaya lang hindi pa rin ganun ka-regular. And then after Rio, nang nanalo siya, parang nagtanong siya, no, Doc, okay ba na mag-another Olympics pa? But parang she was trying to analyze. So yun, so nag-usap kami kung anong pwedeng mangyari, ano pa bang gusto niya aside from being an athlete. So yun, no, nagkaroon ng parang session but not pa rin as regular hanggang sa eto na yung pa-Tokyo Olympics.
But thank you really kasi sabi ko nga hindi lang trabaho yung touring nyo dyan kung hindi yun malasakit nyo talaga not only for the sports personality but sa athlete kundi sa yung well-being. So that really works well with her. So hindi ko nakita yung buong picture. I was just seeing parts of those who are in the room. So I have to welcome here Heidi's here already. Our Olympic gold medals kasi kanina pinag-uusapan pa natin yung ibang members, Doktora. Hindi ko alam kung nasa room na sila kanina.
Not yet pa ata.
Wala pa rin. So, Hidilyn, good afternoon. Sabi namin, this is your trial when next week, kasi we really planned this na this week it's Hidilyn-centric. People are talking about Hidilyn, her victory, and what it means to the Filipino people. But next week, we will be introducing the team. And this being family, at least i-shield muna natin at trial muna to para bago kayo ilabas sa mainstream media, we're able to thresh out and see things, talk about things, at yun, we'll be guiding you into what we want to communicate to the people. Heidi, magandang hapon. This is not just an interview, it's just a sharing na parang nasa sala lang tayo sa Zoom session. How do you feel now?
Good afternoon, sir. Okay naman. Yes na yung interviews today. And
yes.
Kahapon, drain.
Oo. Kasi nagbawi din tayo kasi when she came home, truth be told, naayos yung media plan. The thing here is, yun nga, parang we had to put it yesterday, and yun, grabe, walang problema kay Heidi. Drained lang, pero yun yata yung training ng sports, no, Ma'am Karen? Yung tipong kakayanin niya, susuungin niya. In the end, mararamdaman niya yung pagod, pero yun, today's another day. But Hides, maayos yung backdrop mo, ha? Nakabago ka ng backdrop. Can you like talk about each of the members of the team? Because can you talk about Coach Gao? Ano yung contribution ni Coach Gao sa'yo?
Si Coach Gao, syempre siya yung weightlifting head coach. Siya naging coach ko siya 2018. So, syempre kailangan ko mag-level up as an athlete. So kailangan ko ng bagong coach na tutulungan ako sa weightlifting technique ko. So doon pumapasok si Coach Gao na sa weightlifting technique ko.
Yun nga, we have to explain this. Hides, Pilipino ka, at yun yung language mo talaga, nakakaintindi ka ng English, pero siya Chinese. Paano kayo nagko-communicate? Yung tipong, dito meron tayong si John, may si John Ong na translator, no? Pero kayo, yun, doon kami na-amaze. Yun natin hindi nalalaman ng tao, Ma'am Karen din, and Julius later, and Ma'am Janet, no?
Baka si Julius makapagsagot, sir. Kasi si Julius talagang nakipag-communicate kay Coach Gao. Ay, hindi.
So, pwede na rin siguro. Okay, let's introduce na rin, no? Bago si Julius, let's call in Ma'am Janet Aro. Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am Janet here, I see her sa mga videos. May mga clips siya ng mga videos. Masikat yan sa YouTube, no? Tapos nun, siya yung in charge ng nutrition ni Heidi. Nutrition coach din yung tawag sa inyo, Ma'am Janet, no? So,
yes, sir.
Ano po yung role nyo? At saka sinusunod ba kayo ni Heidi? Madalas kayo yata yung nabaviolate niya sa nutrition, di ba?
Actually, kasi matagal na rin po yung naging period ng pakikipagtrabaho ko kay Heidi. Siguro yung hindi pagsunod nandun sa medyo earlier part. Pero nung naging determined na po kasi siya at kasama ng buong team that in this campaign, we are in this together, mas lalo pong nag-mature yung kanyang pagsunod, no, dun sa nutrition program niya, na talagang kitang-kita ko yung disiplina. Kasi the only way for me also to see her compliance is, number one, through her progress in her body composition and body weight, and number two, her performance during training in competition. So, kumbaga, those two factors in itself will not really lie whether she is really complying with our nutrition program.
Ma'am Janet, ito, kailan yung turning point na yon? Yung tipong sabihin mo, uy, hindi pwedeng ganyan. Kasi tatanungin kayo talabas, ha? Oo.
Siguro yung turning point talaga na masasabi kong iba na is nung nag-rank 11 siya, nung from gold medal ng Asian Games, tapos umakyat po kami ng 55 kilograms, no? 53 kasi siya sa Asian, 55 sa yung 55 na yung next competition niya within the span of 2 or 3 months. Tapos rank 11 siya. Isipin niyo po yung impact, no, na galing ka sa gold tapos nag-rank 11 ka. So doon na gradually talaga na nag-build siya na okay, may mga changes. Pero hindi ko po sinasabi na naging perfecto agad yung pagsunod. Marami pa ding mga, minsan kakain ako, ma'am, ganyan. Pero in fairness, nagsasabi siya ng totoo, ma'am, kakain ako ng ganito, ng ganyan. But not once did I say no. Not once.
Galing, no? Kasi
alam ni Heidi yun.
Ang galing yun kasi it tests also her discipline. Alam niya yung kailangang gawin, pero kusa, hindi dahil makatakot, hindi dahil takot.
Hindi po. There was no fear in that professional relationship. I made sure also na makuha ko yung tiwala ni Heidi because I know the trust is the primary factor in terms of compliance among elite level athletes. No one can ever tell them what to do and what not to do, but rather we get their trust and make them do the things that we want to do because they want to. Because they want to, not because they fear us as their coaches.
So, what works with her, hindi dapat takutin si Heidi. Kasi mas magiging, di ba, mas magiging matagas ang ulo niyan pag tinatakot or yun, di ba, tinethreaten.
Si Heidi po kasi napakataas ng standard niyan, no? Sabi ko nga sa kanya nung minsan, hindi ka naging Olympian dahil mababang standard mo.
Totoo yun.
Olympian ka dahil napakataas ng standard mo. Sabi ko sa kanya ganun. And with that level of standard, with a bigger goal in life and for the station, comes also bigger sacrifices, bigger discipline, bigger compliance. So, yun.
Dami natin natututunan. Yan, na-try na natin. Pag sinabi na yan sa media, yan, ulit-ulitin niyo po yan, Ma'am Janet.
Practice ba to?
Practice
okay.
to. So, yan. Hides, ikaw.
Alright.
Can you respond to yun nga, the contribution of Coach Janet sa'yo? What worked with you and yon?
Aminin ko, medyo pasabay ako nung una. Hindi ako naniniwala sa pagkain na yung meal plan. Tapos parati ako nag-cheat day.
Mm-hmm.
Pero later on, syempre, nung nakita ko na nag-i-improve na yung lakas ko, kasi syempre sinabi ni ma'am na 11th place ako nung time na yun.
Mm-hmm.
Syempre, downtime ko yun eh. Parang sabi ko, laos na ba ako? Wala na ba? Oo. Pero good thing din na nagkaroon ng initiative ang Team HD. Lahat sila, si Coach Gao, sabi nila na kailangan kong pumunta o mag-training sa China para isolated training para makapag-focus ako. Siyempre, medyo mahirap pag nandito sa Manila.
Yes.
Hindi ako paglabas ko dyan sa PSC, siyempre, nakikita ko brand, ganito. So, parang gusto kong kumain, di ba? Pag pagod ka, kakain ka talaga ng masasarap.
Correct. At may lechon na dineliver sa inyo sa hotel, pero pinamigay mo lang daw, hindi mo kinain kasi hindi mo pa cheat day.
Hindi, kinain ko, sir.
Iba pala yung dumating. Pero nakarating man lang ba yung lechon sa ibang members ng team? Yun actually yun, we have to say it. Marami yung nagpapadala kay Heidi sa Sofitel. Ang problema, please, ang hirap padalhan kasi hindi niya ma-share. Yun yung concern niya. Siguro after the quarantine, saka na lang po kayo magbigay ng pagkain kasi at least that, pwede nyo nung ma-enjoy kasama yung team niya. Di ba? Hides yun yung ano mo. So, pero ano yung weakness mong pagkain so that the people will know? Ano yung mo ma-resist noon na kunya na si Coach Janet okay lang pero kailangan mong bawiin yan pagkatapos?
Sa totoo lang, lahat ng pagkain.
Oh my God.
Kaya alam niyo,
oh my God.
Kaya nung laro, buti na lang nung laro nandun si Ma'am Jeanette. May guidance talaga niya, saka si Ma'am Karen na silang kumukuha ng pagkain ko nung sa Olympic Village. Para doon lang ako sa loob. Kasi pag pupunta ako sa dining hall ng Olympic Village, talagang yung mata ko, gusto kong kunin lahat.
Ay, ang galing. And Ma'am Janet, can I go back to you? Ano yung kinukuha mong pagkain para sa kanya? What did the champion need?
Actually, yung food intake niya kasi 1 week before the competition is totally different from what she's been eating during the training period. The goal really 1 week prior to the competition is number 1, to make her lose the extra weight, the last 2 kilograms, while at the same time maintaining optimum performance during training. Kasi dun sa last period po ng preparations, may mga sessions na mataas pa rin kasi yung nire-require na training na training no nila coach. So I had to match that up while at the same time selecting the right kind of food. So ano lang yun, basically a balance of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. So may kanin, may chicken, ganyan, but I had to be really selective when it comes to the kind of food, the method of cooking, and even the amount of food that I had to give her. I had to measure it, everything. Ganun po ka-specific. But of course, while doing that, I had to make the routine look as simple as possible para mawala yung anxiety, yung worry. Oo. So nakikita ko kasi yung mukha ni Heidi kapag nag-check kami ng weight. And I had to, syempre nandun yung anxiety because it has been a long time problem of Heidi and other weight class athletes na talagang nakakadagdag ng anxiety yan dahil yung competition weight ni Heidi is actually 4 kilograms below her normal walking weight. So, I had to also keep myself calm and composed every time I give her the food.
True.
Kasama yun sa strategy.
May panlalaki ba ng mata? Coach Janet, at kainin mo yan. Wag yan.
Hindi pa lalaki ng mata. Ganito lang, ha? Ganun siya. Kasi, pero, ganito po, nandun yung pagha pero susunod siya. Ayan. Susunod
siya. Naman.
Kinakain niya.
Paano ka napapasunod? Paano ka napapasunod kahit gustong-gusto mo nang kumain? Parang ganun. Parang, paano ka, kasi, or hindi ka nag-cheat nga at kumukuha rin ng kunyari. Sushi actually, Ma'am Janet, yung gusto niyang kainin talaga nung sa Japan.
Hindi, nakapag-sushi po siya. Meron pa siyang sabaw ng minsan, may noodles. Habang nag-wait cut po kami niya, binibigyan ko po ng sushi. Actually, tinatanong ko siya, anong gusto mong kainin na dish? Kasi napakaraming food selection sa dining hall. Iba-ibang klaseng putahe yan, iba-ibang klaseng region na mga dishes. So, I always ask her, and because I want to make sure na maibigay ko kahit papano yung mga kinikrave niyang pagkain. Pero, nandun pa rin kami sa...
nutritional value.
Opo, nandun pa rin dapat. So, yun, nakakapag-sushi siya. May mayroon din mga, sometimes nag-noodles, no? Mga ganon. Pinipili naman namin.
Buti na lang hindi ako athlete. Si John yung nagsasabi sa akin, papayat ka na. No, Hides, before you go to Coach Julius, can you say yung effect naman sa'yo, kasi emotional na to, no, at psychological, yung effect naman sa'yo ni Ma'am Karen, ni Coach Karen?
Syempre.
Ngayon, lalo na ngayon.
Grabe ngayon. Pero anyway, syempre, sa totoo lang, nung Asian Championship, akala ko okay na ako eh. Alam ni Doc Karen yan. Nagpa-session na ako. Hindi talaga ako regular nagpa-session sa kanya. Kasi nga sabi ko, okay na ako. Prepared na ako. Nung pagdating sa Asian Championship, pagdating ko doon, grabing kaba ko. Hindi ako nakapag-perform ng maayos. Doon, na-realize ko, nga, no? Kailangan ko talaga ng mental preparation. Hindi lang dahil kung kailan gusto ko. Hindi, kailangan talaga ng atleta ng mental preparation before competition. So, ayun, after dahil nakita ko yung mga pagkakamali ko ng Asian Championship, every week, nag-meet kami ni Doc Karen.
Very good, very good. Doc Karen, yun na nga, ang ganda ng sinabi niya kahapon sa interview, kagabi sa interview ni Carmina Constantino, and you'll face Carmina later, no, sa ANC. Sabi niya, kailangan din i-manage yung nararamdaman mo ngayon. Because yun nga, parang Team HD prepared for the Olympics, but you never prepared for the thing na after the Olympics because you were so focused on that. How much do you need that now, Hides?
Sa tingin ko, mas kailangan ko din ngayon. Kasi syempre, mga bagay-bagay na kailangan pagdesisyonan, no? Diba? May mga consequences ng mga action. So, kailangan ko pa rin ng guidance ng Team HD.
Ay, ang galing. Kasi parang, yun nga parang ngayon lang nagsisimula. Di ba? Parang may ibang chapter to at panibagong simula. At marami nagsasabi, di ba? Kailangang ingatan ito kasi transition ito to something different na kung hindi na-handle ng mabuti, parang pwede kang sumabog. But the thing that grounds you, let's introduce the next person and probably the last now sa Team HD, no? Well, I've known him because yun, kung sino yung mahal ni Heidi, mamahalin ko rin. Ayan, ganun kaming pamilya. And now, isang tao miss ni Heidi. Pero siya yung talagang, feeling ko pasan niya yung daigdig at nanibago sa lahat. Julius Naranjo, Julius Irvin. Talagang may second name, Naranjo. How are you, Julius? Oh, you're muted.
Hello, I'm good.
Hello. You're okay? Okay. How's everything with you after the Tokyo? How's everything with you after the Tokyo Olympics, after getting that gold for Heidi?
It just hit me today that we're here finally.
Yes.
It took a long time for me to process because we really didn't expect for everything to happen after. So it's just everything is so new and it's going to take some time to adjust.
Okay, I know. But then, Julius here, a lot of people questioned your ability into coaching Heidi. no? And really casting doubts on your capability. I saw that, and we like really just defended you, no? And now you've proven your point. At this point now that parang you're vindicated, it seems like parang you looking back, the whole project was Heidi and not you. Di ba? Parang how does it feel now? Looking at your journey.
I think more than anything, I'm happy that we as a team achieved this. I think for me at this point, it's not about who achieved all. I mean, of course, evidently it's Hidilyn who really put the country's weight on their shoulder and lifted that weight and secured the gold medal. And I'm just very grateful and blessed to have such a great team around me. I learned so much from Ma'am Jeanette. I learned so much from Doc Karen, and I learned so much from Coach Gao. And really, this was more of a lesson for me to someday fill in the footsteps of becoming a head coach or whatnot. And it's just a lot of meaningful and meaningful things that really made me grow as a person. And I think that's the most important thing, is celebrating this win more as a team than instead of looking for recognition for this, because I don't think that's important. What's important is that we've made history for the country. We did this for the Philippines, and we did it as a team.
Very good. And we have to document that so that eventually people can learn from it, the support that they have to give athletes, etc. But what was your contribution to the team? Like Coach Gao, I guess, was the foundation, was the pillar, were the major parang training points. What did you bring into the group?
A lot of the things I had to do catered to adding more or supplementing what the foundations were. And a lot of it was collaboration. Mm-hmm. I think in order for my program to work, I would need to ensure that I provided so that everyone else, whatever everyone else's hat is supposed to work. So basically, it's basically supplementing everyone else's. I think my goal was to just be able to delegate what needs to be done for Heidi. So Heidi's job is to do the training, and my job is to ensure that it provide a program that allows her to do the training and improve her strength. My job is to also provide my program so that Ma'am Jeanette can give the nutritional advice needed. And also it's my job to also inform Doc Karen about how Hidilyn is doing in training so that she can provide all of the mental help that Heidi needs during these very high stressful times.
You were actually the channel of everyone. Ganun ba po yun, Ma'am Janet at saka Ma'am Karen? He was a channel to Heidi, or kung may needs pa, dumadaan ba kay Julius? Paano yung dynamics ng team? Because we really want to understand.
Ang pulis.
Go.
Siya po ang pulis.
Siya yung pulis. So meaning, pag siya yung pulis, parang may haplos, may sampal. Yung haplos, alam na to si Ma'am Karen, no? So yung haplos na kay Coach Gao, na kay Ma'am Karen at saka kay Ma'am Janet, siya yung or parang si Ma'am Janet, hindi, haplos pa din si Ma'am Janet kasi kung pagpandalaki lang ng mata yon. So hi guys, can you say yung yung role? So kung police si Julius, all the others are good? Ganun ba yon?
Hindi, si Julius kasi siya yung taga-sumbong kay Ma'am Jeanette, like every time na mag-cheat ako, pinipicture yan, tapos sisend kay Ma'am Jeanette.
Okay.
Pero siya din yung taong pinupush ako sa training. Na every time na nakikita niya maganda training ko, dagdag, ganun. So ako naman, ginaganahan ako sa training dahil may taong naniniwala sa akin na pinupush ako. Tapos isa din, isa din siya sa innovator kasi si Julius sa training. Nakikita niya kung ano yung kailangan kong improve. Together with Coach Gao, nag-uusap sila kung ano yung kailangan na gawin sa program. So marami siyang ginawang program na para palakasin ako.
And I have to say, parang si Julius has clients na hindi lang dito sa bansa. No, you have to, well, we have to recognize him also that he's being sought after by some other athletes, no, na tinitrain niya. But Julius, eto na, people are asking, is it, paano ba yun? Is it harder because you have a personal relationship with Heidi na since kasama ka sa coaching team, how do you separate the personal relationship from yung training nyo as a team, as training niya as an athlete? It's kind of hard. Kunyari, kung nagagalit ka, paano ba yun? Naapektuhan yung, may LQ din kayo, parang yun, hindi nyo nadadala dun sa relationship ninyo?
I think it's I think in any case or scenario, it's never easy to coach or work with someone that you're in a relationship with. It's never going to be easy, but what it takes is a lot of patience, understanding, and really looking at the goal at hand. Sometimes we forget it because we're so comfortable working with each other, but also it takes a lot of sacrifice on my end to understand that, look, this is not my show, this is hers, and it's important for me that she's able to run this show and I support her as much as I can.
Pinapalakpakan ka, Hides, can you respond to that? In love ang ate mo eh.
Pero thank you so much for, for alam kong sobra kong yung high standard and masyado akong focus sa training, and I'm thankful na may coach ako, and at the same time, partner ko na naintindihan ako, tapos pinupush ako para makamit yung dream ko. Dream namin as a team.
I have to ask the psychologist now. Ma'am, what's the effect? Doc Karen, what's the effect of people in a relationship? Kasi parang nadadala rin nila kahit papano, di ba? Yung ganung, kunyari, pag-aaway or yung animosity. Napansin nyo rin yun, na pag it's a bad day pag hindi sila magkasundo.
Well, actually, it takes a lot of maturity, no?
That's true.
Meron lang kasi sometimes na perception, di ba? Na parang, oy, pangit in a parang
team, yeah.
Team na may relationship. Pero it depends pa rin in people eh. Because nakakita naman tayo ng mga couples that they've been working with each other. But they've become successful. So it takes a lot of maturity. And what I saw also with Julius is very professional, no? Pag training talaga. No? So sometimes nga si Hides yung naiinis na kasi parang si Julius naman parang sobrang strict gano'n, no? So, talagang parang he's really a coach pag coach, because alam ni Julius that his role is very crucial or critical in a sense, no? Kasi like in my case, it's very difficult for me to build her mental skills or mental toughness kung hindi siya malakas in terms of her technical and physical.
That's true.
Like may times that Heidi would say na, Doc, parang may doubt ako, no? Or medyo yung self-confidence ko, hindi siya ganun kabuo. So I would always go back to her training. Sabihin ko sa kanya na yung mga pinapalift sa'yo, no, eto na yung mga nalilift mo even before. So kumaga, dun ka magkukuha, no, ng confidence mo because you've been doing that. So very crucial in terms of how Julius would push or kung paano niya i-design yung training for me to work on with the mental skills.
Julius, while Heidi's not on the frame, no, wala naman. So, can you talk about her strengths and what were the points na kailangan mo siyang alalayan? Okay lang, not on the frame.
I think Heidi, well, Heidi's a hard worker. And she's also a very emotional person. So, I think the thing that was really important is because I love weightlifting so much. The fact that she loves weightlifting so much, it really inspires me to be better, because I really did want her to achieve the highest point in her career and really just help her get to be the best person she can be by giving whatever advice I can, and just being able to be that shoulder to cry on if need be. So really, it's just her love for weightlifting, her hardworking mentality, and just her humble beginnings, where she started and where she is now.
Habang wala pa rin siya, what did you love in her? Habang wala pa rin siya, I wanna like you to talk about her. What did you like in her? Well, you talk about work, no? But now the love part, which is parang, O ang hirap kasi tumawid from the professional relationship to that, or nauna kasi yung love part before the professional relationship pala sa inyo?
Okay. Yeah, well, Heidi is a really loving person. She really gives her all to the people she loves, and one of her greatest traits, I think, is just her selflessness.
That's true.
With the people she cares and loves. Yeah.
That's true. Ayan na. Nandiyan na siya sa frame, so we can't talk about her too much. But we have to let the people know also, Julius, that you've sacrificed your dream too. So Julius is also a weightlifter. And then why did you have to quit again, Julius? You have to tell the people that. And then helping Heidi is vicariously actually getting that goal too, no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I had the dream of representing my country as a weightlifter from Guam, and as an athlete. However, things didn't go according to plan, so my goal in life shifted, and I just wanted to see if, and I'm the type of person that always looks for challenges, because I don't want to get complacent. I always want to learn. I always want to meet new people, and I really want to transcend. I want to reach self-actualization, and it's something that's always been a goal of mine since I was young. And I really just wanted to really to challenge myself and become a person who can inspire others. And meeting Heidi and seeing how much she's influenced others, I really look up to her in that sense, that she's really someone who's brought pride to the Philippines, and I wanted to help her achieve more, because I knew that silver in the Olympics was just not her highest, because I knew we could achieve more.
Ang galing. No, mamaya na natin siya pag-reactin. But Julius, I'll push it because this will be asked of you in mainstream media. Let's see how you'll answer this. A lot of people have hurled a lot of really, very, very hurtful comments about you. How do you address those? And, are you ever hurt of those accusations na, parang naging boyfriend lang ni Heidi and now kala mo kung sino na siya, parang ganon. And actually thinking about other motives, no? So I wanna let it out if napainom siya ng kape, mga kapatid. Yun. So I want you to answer that, because eventually people will ask. Natatawa si Ma'am Janet. Yun. Because parang rehearsal to Julius of people when they ask you, no, that you're just doing this because you want something more.
Well, let me drink my coffee to that.
Okay.
It is what it is. No one will ever understand this journey unless you've been on it. No one will know that and you know what? I am not, I don't have to explain it. But you know what? People will, no matter what, even people from Guam, no one will really understand the true story or how it is. And, at the same to be honest, despite all the negativity, we reached that shining light. I was able to pull myself out of that abyss. I worked so hard to get here, to help Heidi get here. And you know what? That's the most important. Everyone will always have something against me or put something against me. But in reality, I look at it as, look, I must be doing something right if people are trying to find something negative in me to try to bring me down. But you know what? Let me drink my coffee to it. It's not going to work. I'm sorry. I've gotten here because I didn't falter when all of the criticism and all of the hate was thrown at me. And Heidi was a big supporter and helped me get through it, as well as the team. So, let me drink to that, my coffee. Let me drink to that and say, thank you for hating, because you only motivated me to be better and stronger.
Okay, so have that answer for always, no? And then have your coffee with you always. Baka makakuha ka pa ng endorsement after that. So that would be a good exercise. So Heidi, how do you feel about Julius' answer? Ang gandang trial nito, no? Go, Heids. Go.
Hindi ko alam ano yung tanong, sir.
No, parang yung mga binabasha at maraming masasakit na salitang tinapon kay Julius.
Siyempre nung una,
naapektuhan, no?
Naapektuhan din ako kasi kaming dalawa ang na-bash. Pero good thing also na nandyan ang Team HD na nag-guide sa amin, nandyan ka, sir. Tapos, may mga taong nag-guide sa amin. Pero proud ako kay Julius na ngayon, natuto siya for how many months, years, ang daming improvement. Kasi syempre, talagang itong mga basher, wala kang magawa eh. Ganun talaga ang buhay, may nega talaga. At yun nga, sabi niya, baka may ginagawa tayong maganda. Bitan ka lang siguro.
And you know what I always tell them, Karen? Your best weapon really is a good work. Correct. You don't have to answer controversies. Yung, all those hateful words, hindi nyo kailangan sagutin. It's always a good work. Now you have the gold. Now you're vindicated. You didn't have to speak. So, Ma'am Karen, was it hard? Did you see that? Nag-manifest ba sa dalawa yung effect ng mga taong who attempted to pull them down?
Yeah.
Kasi yun nga, di ba? Okay, go.
Yeah, sa start kasi syempre yung mga hurtful words, no, they are very sensitive din. So human as they are, nasasaktan din sila, no. But yun nga yung sinasabi that you cannot please everybody, even kings and queens, no, even mga Miss Universe, even mga matataas na tao, talagang laging merong hindi nakokontento in terms of what you do. But sabi ko sa kanila, at the end of the day, you can sleep well as long as you know what you are doing. No? And then let yung parang final o yung pinaka-goal mo speak for itself because it's not your obligation to explain to anyone. Wala naman kayong parang hindi nyo kailangan i-explain kung anong ginagawa nyo, whether it's right or wrong. Ang importante is that ikaw sa sarili mo, alam mo that you are true in what you are doing.
Iba yung sinabi nga, no, kahusayan, kabutihan, yun lang naman yung mag-guide sa'yo talaga eh. So, well, yung kahusayan nyo, paano nyo nakuha as a team? Yun nga, I'll go back to that kasi yun nga, this is our tribute to the team. Julius, kindly explain. Coach Gao is a Chinese at hindi siya nagsasalita ng Ingles or Tagalog. Tapos ikaw, hindi ka rin, you don't understand Chinese, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, Heidi, ikaw hindi ka nagta-Chinese, no? Hindi ka rin, yun, hindi talaga. Does any one of you understand Chinese, Ma'am Karen or Ma'am Janet?
None.
Wala din. So, paano kayo nagkakaintindihan?
Translator.
Wala kayong hired translator.
Google Translate.
Google Translate, yeah.
Google Translate. So, John, can you ask Coach Gao, how did he communicate to them? Was it through actions o paano? Charades? Coach Gao? Yeah.
Charades.
Kasi itatanong yung sa inyo.
Me?
Yes. John, you're muted. Okay.
我用中文说好吗？麻烦你还能够翻译。确实是在英文上呢，我是比较差的，所以跟他在交流上，尤其在制定训练计划上是非常的困难。所以我们经常要在一起讨论很长时间。在这方面呢，Julius 对我很大的帮助。然后我们用翻译器 ，Julius 每次他要做计划，完了后我把我的想法告诉他，他会把这些全部贯彻到这个他的计划中，然后让海迪明白。海迪也非常容易，因为海迪经常听不懂，我要跟他翻译。这方在生活上也是这样子的。很多方面都闹得很多笑话，所以说是。我觉得非常不容易。
Go. What did he say, John?
He said that his English is not that good.
Okay.
And communicating was extremely difficult. He said it was. But Julius was very patient and had a very big role in trying to understand, and they would use translators.
Oh.
And then afterwards. Of course, he gave it to Hidilyn, and he also mentioned that Hidilyn also does not understand because he is Chinese, but I think because of a lot of their patience in trying to
galing.
Then he was able to communicate it.
Yan yung nakakamangha, Julius. So how do you feel about that? Weren't you frustrated that you can't communicate easily?
I think everyone will have times where we're frustrated and there's a lot of miscommunication And you got to also remember, we're different age gaps.
Yeah.
So sometimes, and cultural, there's a cultural shock. So misunderstandings are very, very common. I think even with all of us in the team, we've had misunderstandings and miscommunications. Kasi, again, I grew up in a different culture, and I'm understanding my Filipino culture more. I'm learning more about my Filipino culture. Coach Gao is also grew up in a very different culture, and he's also a very different age bracket from all of us. And it's a matter of just continuing to understand and continue to work. It's normal for us to have miscommunications, and it's just it's like what a family is.
Yes. Pero grabe siguro yung pagmamahal, yung parang the understanding, no? Mamaya babalik tayo kay
respect, sir. I think respect. Because we understood that each one is expert in what they are doing. So with that kind of respect, kunyari, we understand that even if Coach Gao cannot express himself because yun nga, he's a Chinese, but we parang yung respect, yung trust mo sa kanya that he's doing what is needed. Ganun din yung kay Julius, and then ganun din yung kay Ma'am Jeanette. So with that respect, dun kami nag-work, na parang we work as one pa rin talaga.
Galing, no? You work as one and you fill in the gaps. Hides, how hard was it? Kasi tingnan mo, no? Kumuha ka ng parang batong ipupukpok mo sa'yo, pero hindi yun yung naging effect. Masokista ka rin. Parang you wanted that kasi you wanted a Chinese coach.
Yes. Medyo mahirap, pero buti na lang nandyan si Julius. Si Julius talaga. Buti na nandyan si Julius. Kasi siya yung nagko-communicate talaga kay Coach Gao. And as an athlete, mas fan kami sa demonstration eh. Kaya mas madali sa akin na pag nagde-demo siya, naintindihan ko. Kasi may mga cues lang kailangan sabihin sa athlete. So pag sinabi niya yun, alam ko na yun.
Yeah.
Ang galing lang kasi you didn't give up on any one member of the team. Kasi kunyari napupuno ka talaga. Did it ever reach that point?
Parate. Alam mo yan. Kasi nga sobrang taas nga ng standard ko. Ako mismo nag-give up. May mga time na ako mismo sa sarili ko. Frustrated ako. Hindi ko nagagawa ng maayos. Or minsan, hindi ko alam bakit ganito yung performance ko. So, ako mismo, napupustrate ako. Pero at the end of the day, bumabalik kami doon sa bakit namin to ginagawa.
Ang galing,
tapos, no? Kasi may one goal kami as a team. Kahit may misunderstanding, we choose to respect each other and trust.
Ang galing no, siguro galing sa team din yun, no? Babalik ka palagi sa kung bakit nyo ginagawa at para kanino. At pag tinanong yung sarili mo, hindi para sa iyo lang. It's something na lagpas sa sarili. And until now, hinahanap natin yan, yung core na yan, Ma'am Karen, di ba? Hindi para sa sarili lang.
Correct.
Even our future decisions, hindi pera-pera lang. Alam ni Heidi yan. Yun parang, hindi yung glory lang, hindi yung fame lang. Ma'am Janet, how do you feel? Now that you've gotten, yun nga, parang the gold. May tanong dito si Migs. Migs, Busos, thank you for watching. For Coach Janet, paano maging sustainable yung nutrition plan, especially pag matagal pa yung target competitions, yung natanong ni Migs?
Yeah, actually, the nutrition program for competition and training is not the same. The goal really for the training nutrition program is, kung weight class athlete yan, is to achieve the right body composition that is suited for the sport in order for the athlete to perform optimally. And number 2, to allow the athlete to maximize training adaptations. That's why, as Coach Julius mentioned a while ago, na yung sistema namin sa paggawa ng program is highly coordinated. Gagawin muna niya yung training plan, and then from the training plan, I will adjust the nutrition of Heidi as needed based on the goal or the objective that we would want her to manifest when it comes to body composition and training performance. So the question of sustainability is really more of how the program is being implemented. For example, in meeting her food preferences. Kasi yung pag-compute yung pag-compute, pagsabi
Nagko-compute ka talaga? Nagko-compute ka talaga? My God, okay.
Yes. Kino-compute po yan. Pinag-aaralan ko pong mabuti kung anong energy system ang ginagamit sa loob ng katawan based doon sa training plan na gagawin ni Julius. Kaya natutuwa ako kay Julius kasi sobrang detailed ng program na binibigay niya sa akin. And it allows me to really become more detailed doon sa nutrition regimen na ibibigay ko kay Heidi. So it's really complicated. It's a complicated process. But as coaches, we should not relay the complicated process to the athlete, but as much as possible, make it as simple as it can be so that the compliance part would be as easy as it can be.
And no, parang it should look normal. Walang dagdag, no? Pero Julius, ito, I was asking them, were you conscious of your competition? Like in basketball, I know they watch all the video games of the competitors' games. So parang mga of yung parang how they're performing. Kayo ba, minonitor nyo yung mga kalaban ni Heidi? Yeah.
Yes. Actually, in fact, a few days before competition, I brought the team together and we discussed our opponents from the other countries that I felt would probably bring the most competition. And we kind of, from there, put up, because weightlifting is really about probabilities. So, of course, we didn't have Heidi in this meeting, but we pretty much, as coaches, we discussed that these are the possible numbers that these athletes would put up. And we kind of talked about the attempts and did the strategy. So we, it's a matter of like, the lesson here was everyone underestimated Hidilyn and probably didn't even do their research. Mm-hmm. So, I think the reason why we got the results we got was because of our preparation. Yeah. Our preparation speaks volume, and just having a solid team that's open-minded and willing to put in the time to do some of the smallest things, like looking at the other athletes, it allowed us to be ready because we pretty much knew what we needed to do. So it was, everything just worked out the way it should have. Yeah.
No, what was your role? For example, Ma'am Janet, what was your role during the Olympics? Nasaan ka doon? Ikaw ba yung naka-assign tignan yung ibang, aside yung pagkuha ng pagkain ni Heidi, gano'n? In terms of competition?
Yeah, in terms of competition, my main assignment really is to provide all the needs of Heidi. Actually, during the time that the competition has started, when we started warming up, wala na po akong ibang inisip. Yung mata ko, yung focus ko and concentration ko is really directed towards Heidi alone. Okay. So I wasn't really aware of the opponent. Like, kunyari, anong nabuhat, anong hindi nabuhat, sino nang sumunod, ganyan. But what I only hear is, Diaz is next. And then I also look at her, totally focus on her, on the things that she has been saying based on what Doc Karen has instructed her to do. And then I supplement based also on the Karen's instruction. So, ganun po yung naging role ko sa competition. Kasi marami siyang kailangan, hindi lang yung nutrition, but also other things needed, like maglalagay ng blanket, ng towel, just to keep her warm. Maglalagay ng oils, no, to relax her sa yung mga oils. Ganun. So, yun yung mga strategies.
We wanna learn. Ano pa yung kailangan niya na si kaso mo?
Yeah, hindi na talaga nutrition, but siguro because I saw the need for those tasks, no, so I willingly embraced it just to relieve also the coaches so that they can totally focus on counting the numbers, making the strategies or implementing the strategies para makapag-focus sila kasi hindi nila kailangang isipin yun. So in-embrace ko na yung trabaho na yun. Even if it's already beyond nutrition.
Ano pa? So, naglagay ng blanket, oils. Ikaw tagapahid ng oils. Anong oil yun?
Meron po kaming ginagamit. Kunyari, may masakit, may ano siya dito, merong uncomfortable sa pakiramdam niya, papahiram ko yan. Diba? Okay. Tapos, susundan ko siya kung saan siya pupunta. Kunyari, may gamit na kailangan, iaabot yan. Kasi yung mga milliseconds or seconds na lumilipas na hindi natin agad maibigay yung pangangailangan ng athlete can easily, provide or create distraction.
That's true.
And, nasa na yung ganyan. So, mali-distract pa siya. imbis na makapag-focus na talaga siya doon sa dapat niyang gawin, yung dapat niyang buhatin, na patuloy siyang talagang mag-focus sa tiwala sa sarili niya kung anong dapat niyang gawin, madi-distract pa. Asan yung tubig, asan yung so diba? So dapat po, prepare.
All around ka, bale.
Parang naging ganun po yung role ko, but I don't really mind because I know the importance of it when it comes to the actual competition, and it takes a lot of presence of mind from every member of the group. So my goal really is to help, so that the coaches can really focus on what they're supposed to do.
Ang galing. Ang magaling din siya, hindi siya nag-mention ng brand. So, sanay ka na yan pag in-interview ka, ha? So, Ma'am Karen, ikaw...
Nadulas na.
Muntik na nga, pipigilin na sana kita.
Wala.
Pero yan, okay, game. Ma'am Karen, ikaw, ano naman yung role mo during the competition? What did you look at?
During competition, role ko talaga is before, yung what is her mood prior to the competition. Like kunyari, days before, hours before. So, yun, even yung structure doon sa may Olympic Village, kasi doon, di ba, parang may China, and then Philippines on top. So, I let her sit there. Sabi ko, Hides, tignan mo yun, Philippines is on top of China. No? So yung mga ganon, kung ano yung pwedeng makita, and then we just sit, umupo lang kami doon for 5-10 minutes and then let her enjoy that view. Tapos what else? During that time, yung day na yon, may laro si Marjorie Dedal.
Yes.
I let her watch that kasi makikita mo yung performer kasi si Dedal, di ba? Even if nahuhulog siya, tatayo siya, and then she would be smiling, she's enjoying. Sabi ko, iba yung dating if nag-e-enjoy ka sa ginagawa mo. Tapos I constantly tell her, you are expert in what you are doing. Tinanong ko pa siya, ilang taon ka nagsimula ng weightlifting? Sabi niya, Doc, 11. Tapos you're already 30. Tapos sabi ko, alam mo ba, according to books, pag 10,000 hours, you're already expert in what you are doing. So, hindi na question yun. So, automatic na sa'yo yun. So, the only thing para lalabas yun is for you to be relaxed. So, nanood kami kay Dedal. Tapos nang nakakatawa pa doon, alam na namin na nanalo si Carlo Paalam, yung boxer.
Yeah.
Pero sabi namin sa kanya live. Kasi gusto kong malaman kung panalo or hindi. Kasi finifilter ko rin in terms of what she's going to watch. No? Maganda yung naging laro kasi very aggressive, yung boxer natin. So yung adrenaline niya, nandun din yung spirit niya of fighting for the Philippines. So lahat yon, I really have to look into that.
So you will have to feed her something that will boost her confidence, no?
Yes.
So yun. Galing. Hides, ano yung effect sa'yo?
Ang effect sa akin, dala ko ang gold medal.
Galing. We'll pause there.
Nung before, sinasabi ko kay Doc, natatakot ako. Pero nung day na yon, medyo nagkaroon ako ng kumpiyansa sa sarili ko day na yon. Nung pinapanood ko si Marjeline, tapos ang saya niya, binigyan niya ako ng vibes, ng good vibes. Then si Paalam din, ang galing aggressive siya. So, gusto ko din ng ganito. Panalo. Tapos, may pinabasa siya sa akin na libro na about sa belief, sa self-belief. Para sa akin, kasi nahirapan akong paniwalaan ng sarili ko na
nahirapan siyang paniwalaan, malakas na siya, sir. Yun yung
galing.
So sabi ko,
it help.
Mahihirapan tayo niyan pagka hindi ka naniniwala. You really have to believe.
Galing.
Tapos, nagdala ng libro si Karen. Tapos nakita ko sa libro, may experience na ako. Prepared naman ako, nag-training ako. Tapos there are people behind me. Kailangan ko na ng paniwalaan sa sarili ko. So, ayun, kahit na hours before ng laro ko, may konting kaba pa rin ako, pero na-excite na ako. Alam ni na Doc yan, na-excite na ako.
Tapos gusto ko ipakita mo sa tao, alam ko pinakita mo na yan, yung medallion.
Yes po.
Ano yung effect niyan? Was it an amulet o agimat? Parang bago yan, no?
Hindi naman. Para sa akin kasi nung time na yon na every attempt, sinasabihan ako ni Ma'am Jeanette, you're prepared, Hides. You're prepared, Hides. Every time sinasabi sa akin, gumaganon ko ako. Tapos sabi ko, prepared ako. Tapos pag mag-attempt na ako, hinahawakan ko ito kasi nagiging mas panatag ako. Kasi ito kasing medalyon, pinapakita na yung mga taong nagpe-pray sa akin. Para
Galing.
sa larong yun. Kasi nagbigay sila ng 9 days nubina para dito sa laro ko. So, ayun, parang panatag ako. Every time na tinitignan ko to, tapos nagpe-pray ako inside para sa puso ko. Then, ayun, si Julius din nagsasabi na, kasi si Julius gumagamit ito, tapos nire-remind niya sa akin yung one motion.
Okay. I want to go back to that. When you say one motion, Julius, what does that mean? It's a mantra, no? Parang you have to repeat it to make you feel stronger.
Yeah, that well, Doc Karen's the one who actually convinced Heidi to.
Yeah.
Ang galing. Okay, game.
Yung sa self-talk, sir, very important, no? In a sense, ano yung sasabihin niya during the time that she's going to lift. Kasi before, it was
mahaba daw.
Fast, slow. Ano yun? Tama ba? Slow, fast. Kaya lang yung slow, fast na yun, may 1 second na nagsa-stop, then dun pumapasok yung doubt. So we have to change it to one motion. No? So very crucial, like weeks or months before, ano yung sasabihin niya. No? And even yun, you are prepared. Yun yung mga message ko kay Ma'am Jeanette for her to keep reminding.
Ang galing. But why that? May cadence? May bagsak na parang, walang space para magduda. Di ba?
May dating sa kanya yun at saka nare-remind siya in terms of her technique. Kaya yung sabi niya, one motion, chest out. So nare-remind sa kanya kung ano lang, dapat simple as possible but at the same time, a reminder for her kung ano yung gagawin niya.
Ang galing. So one motion also exemplifies, no, what you have as a team. Parang yon, one direction, one motion, and it, saved everything. Now, we'll pause for a break. At least makahinga man lang tayo. Maganda ng trial yon. Kung kumbaga sa sa trial pasado na kayo pag ready na for next week, no. We'll show lang the trailer of Maalaala Mo Kaya because Heidi's story will be shown again tomorrow. And then she taped a new interview with Ma'am Charo. So makita mo yung parang ang layo rin nung journey niya na nagbubuhat lang siya ng banyera ng isda, ng di ba? Lahat ng mga dinaanan niya to ngayon yung gold medal niya. So we'll play that during the break and then we'll have the other members of Radyo Katipunan ask you questions or give you isang parangal which you truly deserve. Wala kang heroes welcome but at least in our hearts we honor you and we really value what you achieve. Eto po. This is an RK special, Radyo Katipunan special. Actually, a rehearsal also to next week. Sabi ko nga, this is very Hidilyn's week. Yung welcome back, heroes welcome niya. But next week, kailangan nating makilala yung at parangalan the team behind Hidilyn. And this is a good parang talk lang ng isang pamilya sa sala, no, na at least na-appreciate natin the honesty of people here. At yun, kung puso at puso rin lang, yung puso ng mga nandito talagang magpaparangal din sa inyo. Let's start with our my co-anchors here on Radyo Katipunan. Lester Mendiola owns a catalog of Jesuit Music Ministry music. So kung kailangan yung magpakasal and you need inspirational songs, ayan, ipapahiram niya sa inyo lahat. Lester, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hi.
What was
congratulations. Grabe ka naman, Noel. Owner talaga, hindi po owner.
Siya yung nag-hawak yun, the publisher. No? But Lester, what was the impact? Yun nga yung palagi kong tinatanong. Kasi yun nga, Heidi wants to document. Actually, maganda yung project na yun. Sana ituloy nyo, Ma'am Karen at Ma'am Janet. No? To document everything that the team, no? Team HD went through. Kasi history yun. But then I started telling her last night, on our end as a people, we also have to gather all the reflections on what the gold means to us. So Lester, ikaw, what does Heidi's gold mean to you?
Well, siguro parang good news in the middle of many things that is happening in the country. Parang kailangan, ako personally, I think kailangan ng Pilipino ng magandang balita.
Lalo na nung araw na yon, no? When we were talking about the state of the nation, no? Sabi ko nga, the state of the nation then was finally a gold. Di ba parang Heidi, hindi ko pa pala nabibigay ito lahat. Then eventually, siya talaga yung nasa front page. Buti na lang, no? So Lester, you can shoot your question now to any one of them.
Siguro yung isa sa katanungan is kasi si Hidilyn, di ba, parang dalawa yung medal niya. Meron siyang miraculous medal tsaka yung gold medal. Now, were you brought up in a religious family, and then how did your faith and prayer life become a factor in your perseverance to get a gold medal in the Olympics?
Go, Heights. I-mute mo sarili. Mute mo muna. Ayan.
Hi, sir.
Yes. Are you really prayerful? Kumusta yung role ng faith sa buhay mo?
Yes, para sa akin, yes. Naging prayerful ako. Lalong-lalo na nung pandemic. Kasi syempre, sigat ang nagbibigay ng pag-asa sa akin. Every time na parang nawawalan ako ng gana sa training, every time na parang gusto ko nang sumuko, hindi ko na-meet yung expectation. And also sa team namin. Kasi parang before kaming pumunta sa laro, sa venue, nag-pray kami. Before yung competition namin, nag-pray kami. After kung nabuhat yung third attempt, nag-thank kami kay God. Pinapray namin siya. So, alam mo yung lahat ng pinagdaanan ko, thankful ako kay God kasi naging stronger kami. As a team, naging strong din ako as an athlete.
Ang galing. Did that faith life influence you also, Julius? Naging mas mabait ka ba?
Para sa akin, yes. Naging mabait si Julius.
Ay! Siya lang sumagot. Okay, siya talaga yung sumagot. Anyway, Julius, ikaw, have you become more prayerful? I know Heidi, when she misses a mass, a Sunday mass, she feels bad, di ba? Yun. And then ako, witness talaga ako, yung na-miss ko kasi I was at the SEA Games, yung mommy niya talaga na nandun sa likod na nagdadasal ng rosaryo. Ito yung nakakamiss, di ba, Heidi? You know that your mom always prays for you. So, Julius, did it rub off sa'yo?
Yes. I mean, there are certain requirements that I need to fulfill. So, yeah, I get. You can say that it did rub off quite a bit.
Okay. Naku, may 1 second delay, Julius. Pag kinausap ka ng media, mas diretso, ha? Anyway, Maxine's our youngest team player here. Pero yan, susunod yan sa mga yapak ng mga makikilala internationally. Max, good afternoon. What does Heidi's gold mean to you?
Hello again. So I think like what Sir Lester said, like it's good news that the Filipino people really needed, especially at a time like this. And it's also a very nice way of putting the Philippines on the map a little further. So thank you for that.
That's true. Shoot your question na, Max. Go.
All right. Okay, so this is also in relation to faith, but I read one of your quotes, which was, I actually didn't expect that I would get to lift it. I believe that was just God and all the people who were praying for me. And for me, and like with what I've seen in this interview also, this was a show of how deeply rooted your faith is. And now in a time like this, how would you encourage people to also be strong in faith, not lose faith, and still keep hope?
Ayan, Heidi, parang Miss Universe question.
Universe ang question, parang mahirap.
Okay, go.
Yes, ayun nga, nung day na yon, sabi ko nga, I just have to do my best, focus sa ginagawa, and we as a team, we surrender it to that. Kasi ginawa na namin yung best namin sa training, sa preparation, and nung day na yon, sinurrender namin kay God. Siguro, ganun din ang masasabi ko sa fellow Pilipino ko na don't lose hope. Kahit ngayon, medyo, alam mo yun, mag-isip.
ECQ na naman, my God.
Ako din na anxiety na naman kasi nga, syempre, hindi ko alam paano yung protocol dito, pero, ayun nga, follow the protocol, pero tiwala tayo kay God. Magiging okay din ang lahat.
My God, no? Parang dapat ulit-ulitin mo yun sa sarili mo para you-imbibe it. No? Well, anyway, we have a philosopher here, the wise man in the group. Kita mo naman sa itsura niya. Doc, Professor Jovi Roy, good afternoon. Jovi, what does Heidi's gold mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot to me. Kasi it's the first gold, and gold is gold, di ba?
Okay.
And talagang hirap yata ng dinaanan ni Hidilyn. So, but I also like yung sinabi ng coach niya about collaboration. It's a collaboration between a Guamanian and a Chinese, and of course, the best part is the Filipino.
Okay. So, shoot the question, Jobs.
Gusto ko nang tanungin yung ano ba gusto mo talagang sabihin ngayon sa kabataan natin, Hidilyn? Kasi meron ako nakitang video, parang meron talagang gusto siyang i-communicate yata sa atin. What could that be sa ating, lalo na sa mga kabataan natin?
What video was that?
Meron pinadala sa akin na video tungkol sa hindi ko masyado pang napakinggan eh.
Ano yan? Tungkol saan? Kasi marami siyang video. She actually asked people sa town.
Sa pagrehistro. Para sa akin,
parang gano'n.
Lahat kasi tayo may karapatan. As a Pilipino, kailangan tayong magrehistro at syempre, pipiliin natin yung tama. Ano yung tama para sa bayan, para sa Pilipinas. Pero syempre, at the end of the day, sila mismo, ang individual ang mag-isip kung ano yung sa tingin nila ang tama para sa ating bayan.
So Hides, susundutin ko lang yun kasi I know you'll be asked this, no? Na halos maging viral yung video mo yan na ngayon. And kanina pinag-usapan natin kasi I didn't know about it, no? Parang may ibang nagpagawa sa kanya noon. And then sabi ko, ang ano ko lang, well, did you have regrets doing that video? Ang sagot niya talaga hindi kasi pinaninindigan niya yon. So Hides, how do you feel about it being talked about?
Para sa akin kasi sir, syempre, di ba, ang after winning gold medal, silver medal, naisip ko hindi lang siya medal eh. I have the role.
Boses, di ba?
May boses ako, may influensya ako, role model ako ng mga kabataan. And syempre, as a role model, gusto din natin na maganda yung maging leader natin na may good influence sa mga kabataan.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. Ganun na lang, Heidi, ha? Pag but the thing here is, parang it's a reminder to the youth. Number one, that you have a responsibility sa iboboto mo. Kailangan kang bumoto kasi kailangan mo mag-register. And second, yung kung sino man yung leader mo, extension ng kabutihan mo, extension kung sino ka bilang tao. Yun lang naman yung gusto mong sabihin. Because the values that you enumerated dun sa video na yon are the values you carry or you want to have as a Filipino. Yun actually yung dahilan nun. Anyway, Judith has been here helping us with our social media. Magandang hapon, Judith. Again, I'll ask you the same question. After nun, may rounds ng question. No? Ano yung meaning sa'yo? Ano yung impact sa'yo ng gold ni Hidilyn?
Well, the meaning of gold of Miss Hidilyn is very inspirational for everybody in the sport and also with our religion. Kasi talaga, ako kasi Marian devotee din ako. So, a lot of kids and a lot of people that I'm accustomed with around me are very happy of what happened. And for my question for Miss Hidilyn is, what is your advice to young people who are aspiring to be an athlete?
Oh, yan, you get that a lot, no? So, ano yung advice mo, Hides?
Ang advice ko, parati kong sinasabi na kailangan nilang mangarap. Kasi kung wala silang pangarap, parang wala silang direksyon sa buhay. At syempre, kung may pangarap ka, magkakaroon ka ng determination at you will work hard on your dream. At syempre, pag nasa kalagitnaan ka na, may mga trials, challenges, never give up on your dream. Kasi never ever give up on your dream. Kasi nga, trials lang yun. At kung yun talaga ang bigay sa'yo ni God, ma-achieve mo yun. And also, you have to believe na kaya mo yan. Gusto ko rin sabihin sa lahat ng mga Pilipino, kaya nating manalo sa Olympics.
Kaya natin, pero dapat, it doesn't take just one person, di ba? Yun palagi natin sinasabi, sama-sama. And may impact yun, no? Parang hindi kaya ng isang tao. Yun, you need a team HD to put it together. So we stress not only on the self, but of other people. And again, faith, no? So, yun, ang ganda na-embellish yung answer. Anyway, Cholo, next. Cholo, magandang hapon. Impact ng gold. Magpapapayat na ba tayo?
Good afternoon. Well, hindi po tayo magpapapayat, pero very inspirational, definitely. But I guess it's really, congratulations, Hidilyn, for the win. But I guess the importance of the gold is to have a woman who really inspires younger kids, younger women, and na may flag bearer ang Filipina sa bansa natin, na makikita nila na, we can achieve this. And even in these times, may parang ray of light in the times of the darkness that we face today. So it's a great feeling to have that inspiration right now for young women, young kids, and generally Filipinos. So thank you for that.
Sinabi mo dark times, baka ma-matrix ka. Anyway, go. Shoot your question.
My question, very light lang. So, syempre, in your preparations, ano yung mga nagpapagaan ng feeling mo pag preparing kami? May mga music ba or artists or mga movies?
Ay, maganda yan. Okay.
Pinapakinggan mo, pinapanood mo?
Ang pinapakinggan ko, mga Hillsong.
Okay.
A worship song. Kasi nakaka-relax ako doon. And minsan nagde-Netflix din ako pag kaya ng time ko. Para lang hindi ako parating focus sa weightlifting.
Okay. Ang galing. Ma'am Karen, ano pa yung motivation, pangbigay ng motivation na external factor, music, ano pa?
Sa kanya kasi
sex. Yung sex ba nakakatulong, Ma'am Karen? Hindi, di ba?
Yung ano, sir?
Sex.
Sa sport niya kasi, sir, hindi kasi kailangan yung energy, no? So I think hindi, lalo na pagka-competition.
Correct. Ang ganda. May natutunan tayo, no?
Yeah. That question kasi tayo, parang we are afraid of talking about it, but when you talk about sports, it is very important, no? Because in other sports, okay lang. So we have...
Like what sport yung okay lang? Kunyari si Manny Pacquiao, boxing.
Usually, ang sinasabi nila kapag ka mga combat sports, okay siya. Kasi mas na,
aggression, no? Yeah.
Lumalabas. So, it's a good study actually that we really have to look into also. With regards to yung kay Heidi, it is very true. Yung music is very effective sa kanya kasi since yung faith niya is very strong, so pag naririnig niya yung music, nare-relax siya. So, yung faith niya also, yun yung naging isa sa mga component Kasi yung days before, nung nagsama-sama na kami sa Tokyo, sabi niya, Doc, natatakot ako kasi alam ko malakas ako, but I cannot believe. So sabi ko, you really have to surrender, no? Kasi if it is given to us, it is kung para sa atin, para sa atin. Kung hindi, you have done your part. So yun yung statement na parang after that, na-relieve siya. Kasi kung sarili lang natin na effort, hindi natin kaya. No, so but if it is something that is given to us, no, baka may reason, may purpose, then it will be given to us.
Galing. Parang dami namin natutunan. Now, tamang-tama from the psychologist, a person who talks about mental health in her show, Minded, si Bian, magandang hapon. What was the impact? Mag-weightlifting ka na rin ba?
Good afternoon, Sir Noel, and thank the Team HD. Hindi pa ako mag-weightlifting. Bubuhatin ko muna yung sarili ko, sir.
Pero kaya tayo buhatin ni Hidilyn, ibang klase, no? So,
kaya nga,
What was the impact of that gold win sa'yo?
Sa akin po, I guess it's more than myself po siguro. Para sa akin, it's a reason to celebrate as a people kahit nasaan man tayo sa mundo, sa bansa, ganyan. So, thank you, Heidi, at saka congratulations ulit. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile and a reason to feel like winners as well. Kasi feeling ko nung time na yun, lahat tayo nakangiti, naiiyak. Ako naiyak ko, sobra. Sabi ko, gusto ko siyang i-hug.
Pero bawal. Pero si Julius nag-break ng protocol. Si Julius nag-break ng protocol. Siya yung unang nag-embrace doon, hindi napigilan din, no?
Oo, pala, no?
Oo, parang bit-bit na nga ni Julius yung yakap ng buong bansa, buong Pilipinas para sa kanya. So, yun nga po.
Pero sandali, aalis daw si Ma'am Janet. Ang strict si Ma'am Janet. Ma'am Janet, yan next. What's next after you? What can we look forward sa'yo after yung nakapanalo ng gold sa sarili mo?
Actually, sir, tuloy-tuloy pa po yung trabaho ko dito sa Tokyo Olympics. I'm still here with the national boxing team. Back in the Philippines, when I go back to the Philippines, there are also a lot of elite level athletes that I'm handling other than Hidilyn. I'm also involved with professional basketball, with professional boxers who also compete abroad. Actually, the original plan really is that after the Tokyo Olympics, I was supposed to fly out to the US, fly straight to the US to support another professional boxer who will be fighting as an undercard to Manny Pacquiao. So, pero dahil napakahaba na rin po kasi nung araw na nawala ako, at saka napag-usapan na rin naman po namin nung isa kong kliyente na sa susunod na laban na lang ako sasama sa kanila pagdating po sa world title fight na. So, what's next would be maghahanda si Hidilyn ulit kasi para sa susunod na competition. So, yun po ang next with regards to my professional practice with Team HD. So yun po yung magiging next para sa akin.
Last na lang kasi ito nga from personal to yung komunidad, ito bansa. No, we talked about faith na kanina. Well, since sabi ni Heidi sa mga interviews, para kayong mga OFWs, di ba? Na matagal din nawala sa bansa. Ano naman yung hope nyo sa ating bansa? Kasi now, the reality is balik tayo ECQ lockdown na naman, strict lockdown na naman. And you see what's happening to our mga kababayans. Ano po yung prayer nyo para sa bansa?
Of course, ang isa lang pong panalangin ko lagi ay sa pagkakataon ng ganitong trial, na makita po ng bawat isa na ang trial na ito really ay hindi nangyayari sa buhay natin para mapasama yung kalagayan natin sa buhay, kundi lalong mas mapabuti, ma-realize natin yung mga bagay na dapat nating i-improve sa sarili natin at makita natin yung mga bagay na meron tayo at lalo itong i-nurture. And then, na huwag mawala ng pag-asa, na patuloy lang tayong maniwala sa Diyos, no, na there really is, there is a light always at the end of the tunnel, na hindi tayo dapat mag-give up, tulad ng ginawa ni Hidilyn, na hindi siya nag-give up nung na-cancel yung Olympics, patuloy siyang lumaban kasama po ng Team HD. So, ganun lang din po, sa Pilipinas, alam kong napakahirap para sa maraming tao, lalo na yung mga nahihinto sa trabaho at talagang affected financially, na wag po kayong mag-give up, no, na ano lang po, kapit lang po tayo, maaaring sabihin niyo po na pagod na po kayo, pero pagka sa Panginoon po kasi tayo kumapit, sigurado po tayong hindi tayo mabibigo.
Galing, no? Kasi yun nga, in the end, kung wala mang ayuda mula dun sa mga leaders natin, at least tayo magbibigay ng ayuda sa sarili natin sa isa't isa. Last na lang, bago ka umalis, sa tingin mo may mananalo pa ng gold after Hidilyn dyan?
Sir, ayoko po kasing makadagdag yun sa pressure, no? Sa nararamdaman ng ating mga athletes, lalo na po na ako, I also involved with the national boxing team.
Pero yung assessment
but what I can assure is that they will really perform their best. Na they are really committed to do well in this competition. Yun po talagang masisigurado ko na kahit anong kulay man yan, pero hindi ko po sasabihin na ipapromise sa inyo na may ginto pang susunod, pero pinapangako po sa inyo na wala pong bibigay sa kanila at gagawin nila lahat ng makakaya nila kasama po ng mga coaches para makadagdag pa sa karangalan para sa ating bayan.
Ako, ang galing. Tama ka nang sumagot. So next week, prepared ka na sa mga media interviews nyo. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Janet.
Sige, sir.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Thank you po. Bye.
Thank you. Go Bian.
Opo, actually gusto ko rin po mag-thank you po kay Doc Karen for being there, for being there sa journey. Kasi parang for me, I mean, this could be probably a topic for another episode, yung sports psychology. We feel that it's very important. So I guess yung question ko would be towards Doc Karen and kay Hidilyn, no? Kasi we, of course, advocate for mental health and the way to do it, hindi lang naman siya overnight. And I'm sure may mga distractions dito. So siguro kay Heidi, ano ba yung mga naging distractions mo? And then how did you cope? Paano mo siya nilabanan? Paano niyo siya nilabanan nila Doc Karen?
May distraction ba ako, Doc?
Wala. Actually, maganda yung lugar niya dahil nasa Malaysia siya. So at least the environment is controllable, no? So yung food, medyo maganda kasi yun nga, sabi niya, yung limited in a sense na healthy yung food niya. And then sa kanya talaga focus kasi walang distraction in a sense na pag nandito kasi siya sa Philippines, diba? Knowing the characteristic of Hidilyn, she cannot say no. Parang pag nag-no siya, na-hurt siya, na nagigilty siya. So at least pag nandun siya, nakaka-focus siya. So mga ganon, no? So in terms of distraction, I think, sabi ko nga sa kanya, even before, no? Nilaan na ni God kung saan ka ma-stay, mala-lockdown. No? Even the people in Malaysia, no? Parang it was given to you for a reason. So, yun, pag medyo nagda-doubt siya, sinasabi ko sa kanya, you look back, no? Why everything happens smoothly.
Yeah.
There's a purpose for this one. So, sabi ko, all along, diba, nandyan si God sa'yo. So, sabi ko ngayon ka pa ba bibitaw? No? So, yun yung mga sinasabi ko. And with that kind of statement, talagang nafe-feel niya, tapos nare-realize niya, oo nga, no? So,
galing. So, ako, let us tell the audience, hindi siya sa Kuala Lumpur. Diba? Hindi siya syudad. Sa probinsya siya ng Malaysia. So, Heidi, anong effect nun? Parang you don't have the comfort, di ba? Sa Malaysia, sa training mo.
Actually, sir, may parang
garahe ka nagte-train, di ba?
Para sa akin, mas okay, sir. Kasi syempre, in the middle of pandemic, pag nasa regular gym kami, hindi kami makapag-training. So, buti na lang, nasa garahe kami. So, pag-gising, training. Tapos gising, training. So, yun yung advantage na parang wala akong reason not to train. Tapos, kahit sabihin nung una kasi, syempre, at first, nagte-training kami sa condominium. Medyo masakit sa ulo yun na parang paano kayo magle-level up. Tapos, Olympics pa. So, buti na lang nandun kami sa Melaka, sa backyard gym kami. Pero, ang maganda doon, nandun lang. Tapos, malayo kami kasi sa KL, mga 2 hours. Pag sa sentro ng Malaka, 45 minutes. So, kung gusto namin kumain, nagkikrave ako, wala akong magawa. Eh, di, matulog na lang ako, di ba? So, yun yung mga advantage doon.
But hides ito, I have to ask you, distraction ba nung wala kayong pera? Did it ever happen?
Siyempre, distraction din. Kasi nung time na nakakahiya din kasi tumira kami doon ng libre. Pero, bumibili kami na pagkain, siyempre. Pero, yung totoo, syempre kami as a team, kailangan din talaga ng pera.
Totoo.
Kasi syempre,
anxiety
Totoo. Kaya alam mo naman, sa buhay mag-asawa, kahit sa pamilya, di ba? Parang nagiging issue yung pera. This with the, well, sana hindi maging materialistic yung pero I guess tatanungin mga tao, mahal ba mag-produce ng gold medalist? Yun kasi tanong yan, humingi ka ng suporta sa mga tao, sa mga leaders natin. How much will it take to produce a gold medalist?
Sandali lang, sir. Hindi ko na-compute pero hindi siya ganun kamahal. Hindi siya ganun kamahal kasi ang gastos naman namin is pagkain, tirahan, tapos yung transportation. So hindi siya magastos talaga. Ang kan lang dyan, yung syempre, depende sa sports. Kasi yung weightlifting, every 3 months yung laro namin. Every 3 months, 6 months, ganun. Pero yung ibang sports, medyo mahal kasi yung iba, every week may laro. So yun ang medyo mahal. So depende sa sports. Pero sa amin, nakikita ko nasa 2 million ganun a year.
Pwede naman.
Opo.
Ang galing. So ngayon kasi parang ang gusto nating sabihin, sana hindi na lang pahirapan yung process ng pagkuha nun para hindi na kayo ma-stress. Wala nang ganong distraction. Di ba? Yun lang naman yung hihililing mo, di ba?
Pero syempre sir, syempre maintindihan ko rin ang PSC kasi nga may protocol silang pina-follow. Kasi nga nasa government sila, may COA silang sinusunod. So ayun yung medyo. Kaya ako as an athlete, naghanap ako ng way din na maghanap ng sponsor. Ayun, buti na lang nandun si MBPSF, tapos may Alsons din na tumulong.
Ang galing, ang galing. O mamaya, paalala lang namin, ang daming nag-congratulate using Heidi's image. Hindi ho yun nagta-translate sa mga regalo sa kanya or prize. Those are just art cards. Kaya sinabi ko sa post ko, sana it goes beyond the art cards. We will track them down and follow them up. But the thing here is, ayaw namin matulad kay Onyok. Di ba nung nakakaawa lang na hanggang sa last minute, hindi niya nakuha lahat ng mga pre-nomis. Sana hindi nakalista sa hangin o sa tubig yung mga kasi yun na napunta doon yung image mo, sana man they honor their commitment, hindi lang pang press release. Kaya yun, sinasabi mo, natanggap mo na, wala pa hong natatanggap si Heidi at all. Those are just pledges. Yun yung paglilinaw. Anyway, Hester, another round of questions because I think Heidi has to leave by, mga 10 minutes after. Go, Lesser.
Miss Hidilyn, I've seen your video about talking about elections, who the candidate you're supporting. You've been a public figure for a long time, and especially now because you won gold. If a candidate approaches you for support for elections campaign, would you do it?
Sa totoo lang po, hindi. Ayokong ma-fan sa politika. Kasi syempre, as an athlete, we are here para to represent the Philippines. Tapos, I'm also nasa AFP ako. So, dapat nasa neutral kami. Hindi kami pwedeng mag-side sa ganito kanong partido. So, kailangan nasa neutral po kami. And, syempre, for me din, as an athlete, ayoko din magpagamit. Kasi, syempre, hindi ko alam kung ano yung
motibo
nila. Ano yung values nila. So, hindi ako agad-agad na naniniwala. Pwede ako maging kaibigan, pero hindi pwedeng mag-rekomenda. Kasi syempre, pangalan ko rin at value ko din ang maapektuhan.
Okay, maganda yung sagot. At yun, dun sa video man, at pag tinanong pa siya, wala namang pangalang nakalagay. Yun yung ang tinanong lang doon, ano yung values ng iboboto niya. And again, those are extensions of her values and the values she wants na makita sa isang leader. Now, nandito na si Engineer James Wong who's been serving us. James, your question. What does that gold mean to you again? And then, a question to Heidi and the group.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Miss Hidilyn. What does gold mean to me? Of course, it means a lot. It means a lot. It gave me another reason for me to be proud as a Filipino, diba? It was really, it was a blessing. It was a big blessing. And tinan mo nga naman yung laro ng yung gulong ng palad, no? Parang we experience so much suffering because of the pandemic, and here we are because of the Olympics, biglang lumiwanag lahat. So yun, thank you very much, Miss Hidilyn. Sir, I just have a question to Coach Gao.
Ayan na, John. May trabaho ka na naman. Sandali, hanapin natin Coach Gao. Ayan, tumatakbo na siya. Go. Yes,
pero I cannot assure you that I can speak in English kahit ang apelyido ko ay Chinese.
Okay, go.
Ni hao, sir. Sir, Coach Gao, during that time in that competition, were you already certain that Hidilyn's gonna snatch the gold medal? I mean, are you certain 100%? Yeah, kaya niya to.
请再翻译给我翻译一下，他没有完全听懂。
John, you're muted. John, you're muted. Yeah, go. Okay.
Sorry. 他在问你们在奥运会的时候，那段时间你感觉他能够赢到那个金牌吗？
我们本来就是准备有这个心理准备的，我们这次比赛就是为了制定战术，就是要争夺金牌的。所以说当中国人当他抓紧比完赛以后，我就基本上有这感觉，确定他应该能拿到金牌了。因为什么呢？他抓举只要不输给中国队的选手，他挺举是很强的。所以说我们在战术上呢，我们制定的标准呢，就是说先保住拿奖牌，其次是要战胜中国拿金牌。我们的战术最后全部实现了。
可是那时候你们越来越近，你觉得真正他是在问你感觉怎么样？你真正很清楚他真正会赢到吗？
我心里很清楚了，因为什么呢？对他我们是比较了解的，他的训练情况我们都了解，所以说当比到挺举的时候，我就认为抓举比完以后，我就感觉到他能够拿到金牌了。我已经心里有准备了，也就是说是因为我抓举没有输给他，挺举我就觉得一定能赢他。
Okay.
Good job.
So he said that they entered into this endeavor with the gold in mind, and so prepared. And so in the beginning, he already knew, with all the training that she can do it. And when it was getting closer and closer to it, he knew that she would get it.
Okay. Magandang motivation yun. But was there space in your thought, Julius, for example, na Heidi would not get it? Would you have settled for anything less? Kasi kunyari, okay na ako, silver, basta silver, wag lang bronze kasi bumaba sa dati niyang status. Did you ever have that parang at least space in your mind?
I don't. For me, I think as a competitor and a coach, of course, I wanted to win.
Yeah.
But like as far as doubts, I really didn't have much doubt because I know her abilities. It really came down to how much she believed in herself and how much she puts her faith in God. Because at the end of the day, she left it all upon God to do the rest of the lifting. But really, we prepared her the best. We got her to the best. I guess you can say performance-wise, we've gotten her to the best shape of her life, and everything was just on her now. So yeah, I can't say I had any doubt. Actually,
were you prepared to lose?
Lose? Well, I didn't think we were gonna lose. So,
hindi talaga. So, yun.
I didn't put that in my mind.
So you will be so distraught.
I didn't put that in my mind.
Okay, walang space. Ma'am Karen, kayo, were you prepared to lose? Or bilang psychologist, di ba, nawi-weigh mo yan? And you could have coped well.
Well, of course, our goal is first, talagang goal talaga. But it's a sport that anything can happen, no?
Yeah.
So kaya the game plan talaga is really to do your best. And if it is talaga for us, then it will happen.
Okay.
Kasi, you cannot also say 100% but you just do your best, and then lahat naman kami, we have done our best. And then if it's yun yung nangyari.
Galing. Sinabi naman ni Hidilyn na walang space sa isip niya yun. So, mas mahirap, Doc Karen, parang tulungan eventually, no? Mas siguro sumabog pag hindi na nakuha yon.
Correct. That's why yun yung problema natin now with athletes regarding mental health because parang sa kanila there's no room for failure. Because of that.
Ganda. Max, go.
Hello again. This is for Miss Hidilyn again, but I heard you say I can be beautiful and strong at the same time when asked about wearing lipstick. And, yesterday was National Lipstick Day. I am a fellow lipstick enthusiast. So that being said, what's your favorite shade or color, and what effect does wearing lipstick have on you?
Go, unmute. Yeah, go.
Hi. Syempre, having lipstick, nafe-feel ko kasi na maganda ako. yun, na maganda ako. Then, syempre, malakas. And lalo-lalo na sa sports ko, malakas ako, pero gusto ko rin ipakita na maganda rin ako. Pwede ako maging malakas at maganda at champion.
Ang galing naman, no? So, sige na, mag-lipstick ka na mag-lipstick, Heidi. Game.
Yes, sir, pati ano rin malaking impact sa kanya when she feels beautiful. She feels confident. Kaya ano yan, malaking factor, and also it's a form of intimidation to the opponents kasi when they see na nagme-makeup siya, di ba, parang hala, bakit to nagme-makeup, masyadong relax, no? So yun yung naging form niya rin in terms of...
Ang ganda! Kasi kalaban niya si Dora, di ba? Ang gandang galing-galing ni Heidi. Jovi, go!
Di ba you're from Zamboanga?
Yes po.
Pwede decir algo en Chabacano?
¿Qué?
Can you say something in Chabacano? A message to your...
Nagpapakitang gilas ng ibang language.
Probinsya, your people from...
Ako sa'yo abla. What will I say sa mga taga-Zamboanga?
pero in Chabacano.
Okay. Sa na mga de Zamboanga, gracias con ustedes todo. Na soporta dale ustedes, kumigo, pati na todo Pilipino atleta na tahuga ara na Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Gracias con ustedes todo. Please include them in your prayers, and rindi tamyo gracias todo kita tan support po mga Filipino athletes kabar tan unity ta hunto-hunto kita para man-support ka namon. So, gracias con ustedes todo. Cuidado, Pirni.
Ganda naman nun. O ibang language na dapat tusunod, no? Okay, B, you're asking a question? O go.
So yung sa akin naman, kasi syempre diba para tayo, women empowerment tayo lagi, diba? Pero siguro yung question ko is, nasabihan ka na ba ever na weightlifting, di naman pambabae yung sport na yan, but yan yung pinili mo? Tsaka, how did you react to that?
Nasa libro niya. Okay, go.
Oo, nasa libro ko yan. Bili na kayo. Siyempre yung nanay ko nung una. Kasi siyempre, taga-probinsya ako. So, ang tingin nila sa weightlifting, pang lalaking sports. So, nung sabi niya sa akin, kasi hindi ako mabuntis. Kasi nga, medyo mabigat yung bubuhatin, di ba? Baka maluslus ako or mababa yung matres, tapos walang magkakagusto sa akin. Buti na lang meron. Growing up, naging insecure din ako kasi syempre, nagkaroon ako ng muscle Tapos parang hindi ko na gusto din ang weightlifting. Gusto ko, pero kaya lang, syempre, nung time na yon, gusto kong gawin ng weightlifting dahil sa may binibigay na opportunity sa akin. Makapag-training ako, may scholarship ako, tulong ako sa pamilya ko. Pero naging insecure talaga ako. Hindi ko pinapakita ang braso ko. Pero kung nakita niyo yung laro, proud na proud.
Tattoo.
Yung tattoo, yung braso ko.
At kukuha ka pa ng tattoo na bago, di ba? Sabi mo.
Hindi na, sir. Ito na yun, pero lalagay ko na lang gold.
Dadagdagan na lang ng gold. Okay, let someone in, no? Justin, you're there? Nagda-drive siya, nakita natin kasi gusto niyang makasama sa discussion. Kung hindi man, nandito na po yung boss namin sa Radyo Katipunan, si Father, ayun. Ayun, buti na lang. Father Nono Alfonso here. Yan, ibe-bless ka niya, Hidilyn. Yan ang pwedeng magkasal sa inyo kung ikakasal na kayo eventually. Father Nono, any message sa kanila or may gusto kang itanong?
Na-interview namin dati yan si Hidilyn sa PCNE. I think 4 years ago sa Cuneta Astrodome. So Hidilyn, nagpapaabot lang ng pagbati sa iyo si Cardinal Chito Tagle. Actually, naka-quarantine din siya ngayon, nakauwi siya, katulad mo nakauwi rin. And una niyang sabi, di ba Nono, nag-text siya sa akin, di ba na-interview natin si Hidilyn? Sabi ko, opo. So, kumusta raw? Ito lang, Hidilyn, dun sa interview, naalala ko, sinasabi mo na naging angkla mo ang Diyos nung panahon na na-depress ka. Yun yung binahagi mo dun sa interview ni Cardinal sa iyo, di ba? Tapos ngayon, ang ganda nung nung sinabi mo, kino-quote ngayon ng mga tao, grabe si God, grabe si God, grabe si God. Ulit-ulit lang. Ano lang, konting paliwanag lang para kumaga for the edification ng mga nanonood sa atin. Paano mong nasabi 'yon paano mong naranasan ng Diyos? Very briefly lang nitong mga nakaraang taon, lalo na nung mga crisis moment ng buhay mo.
Siyempre, alam mo yung nasa gitna tayo ng pandemic. Hindi ko in-expect na masosurvive namin ang stay namin sa Malaysia. Nagtagal kami ng 19 months doon.
Wow.
Tapos lumakas ako, 'di ba? Kung hindi ako ginaguide ni God and the team, siguro hindi namin magawa 'yon. Tapos ang dami ding trials before kami pumunta sa Tokyo 2020. And siyempre everyday yung anxiety. Nandun kami sa village, hindi namin alam kung maglalaro ba kami, hindi namin alam kung matutuloy bang Olympics kahit nandun kami. So yung anxiety sobrang taas. Tapos pero alam mo yun, nung paglapag pa lang namin dun sa Japan, sobrang grateful na ako. Kasi kung hindi ito binigay sa akin ni God, siguro hindi, alam mo yung sabi briefly lang ako.
Okay lang.
Kasi sa lahat ng pinagdaanan ko, kung wala siya, hindi kami makakapunta doon sa Malaysia, hindi kami makakapunta doon sa Tokyo 2020 Olympics. At yung testing lang pa kasi, yung anxiety, sobrang taas na. Then, sobrang grateful kami na natuloy yung Olympics. Sobrang grateful din ako na nagawa ko at naiwi namin as a team yung gold medal. Alam mo naman na yung pag-anxiety, pressure, expectation, magsabay-sabay yan. Kahit anong prepared ako mentally, emotionally, kahit spiritually. Kung hindi yun dahil kay God, hindi namin magagawa yun. Kaya lahat kami ng team, sobrang yung prayers namin, weeks before, days before, nagpe-pray kami. Ako everyday nagpe-pray, tapos may nunubina. Pang panatag ko yun pag nung time na medyo pressure na yung 127 Kung hindi dahil kay God, baka hindi ko yung magawa. Kung hindi dahil na binigay niya sa akin ng HD, hindi ko yun magagawa.
Okay.
Preparado.
Amen.
Diba? So thankful ako kay God. Thank you, God.
Kailangan mag-exit ni Heidi in a while, but I have to ask this question kasi alam ko, tatanungin to kay Julius sa ibang mga interviews, kailangan masanay na siya. Julius, nandito na yung pare, nandito na yung liturgy, yung pwedeng gumawa nung, nandito na yung music. Sa Ateneo, pwede yung church, may nag-o-offer naman nila na Manila Cathedral na libreng kasal. Julius, truth be told, I was talking to Julius, sabi ko Olympics hindi pa ngayon, no, yung before pa. Sabi ko, kung nag-gold si Heidi, okay, headline siya gold. Pag natalo si Heidi, sabi ko, Julius, there has got to be something na pwedeng sumalo. Alam yan ni Ma'am Karen na dapat meron kang alternative. Ako as a manager, sabi ko, sana ituloy. Natalo man siya dun sa competition, panalo naman siya sa pag-ibig at magpo-propose ng wedding. At yan yung palaging tinatanong, Julius, are you ready to get married? To have a life together?
I think
ay, naku, hindi ganyan pag sumasagot ka sa media.
Marriage is definitely a big thing. But yes, you can say I am, but it's something that I don't like to speak openly about. I think it's something that's should be shared between me and Hidilyn, and obviously it's something I can't avoid. So
yes, we're preparing you for more questions like this, no? So go, because this is family for you. At least you know how it feels like being asked that question sa iba. But you know it's Hidilyn already. You're sure?
Well, yes. I mean, it's just that I'm very traditional, and I'm the kind of person like I don't want to I'm the kind of person that believes that if I were to get married, I want to be able to provide for my significant other. And I think at this point, a lot of my focus in the last few years have been really to help Hidilyn, and she's definitely developed all of the things needed at this point. Now she's achieved so much now, and I think the shift slowly will also to focus, of course, more of the dreams that I also have. And before marriage, I also want to ensure that I can provide for her, and I don't want to what people quote unquote piggyback any of the money that she's won. Or it's really what's more important for me is to be able to provide for her on my own accord.
Okay, but in interview, she's saying she's ready. She's just waiting for you. Will that come soon?
Pressure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
anyway,
baka sir may mga advice
pressure,
kayo, sir.
so
Baka may advice kayo, sir.
advice daw, Father Nono, ikaw yung magkakasal if ever. Anong advice mo sa kanila? Ako, while you're young, to have good kids. Hindi ko alam. Pag nanganak na ba, magre-retire si Heidi? Or pag nagkapamilya, Julius, you think? People will ask you that.
Well, I don't think Heidi's going to retire just yet because I know how much she loves weightlifting. It's going to be really tough for her to give it up. But I also do know that she does want to start a family. So, it's right now it's very 50-50 in terms of the future and what's going to come. And I support her either way. It's just we have to ensure that we do our best and continue to work with each other and work together.
Hold that thought, Heidi. You have to say goodbye, but I'll ask you first. Are you prepared to get married already? At magkapamilya?
Sa tingin ko, ready naman ako, sir. Sa tingin ko, ready na ako. And alam ko naman ang na-hot seat ako dito.
No, this is family. So, okay yan. Before ibang magtanong, at least nasasanay mo. At nandiyan si Julius kasi sa ibang interviews din niya naririnig. So, yun. Parang at least you're ready. And will you give up weightlifting if you're married already? Or
sa tingin ko, sir, weightlifting will be always there.
Okay.
Nandito yan parati sa puso ko. And I always giving back to my community. Kahit saan ako, kahit nasa US man ako or san lupalog na mundo, yung weightlifting, magsiserve ako dyan in my small
ibang capacity.
Kahit buntis ako, sir. Kahit buntis ako, mag-weightlifting pa rin.
At magtuturo ka rin. Anyway, Hyde, sige, pwede ka naman namin maimbitahan ulit sa Radyo Katipunan. You have to exit because you have another interview supposedly at 5. But let's have the team. Nandito pa naman si Julius and we can ask him. Julius, okay lang naman, di ba? Thank you. Any other questions? So Julius, papaalam namin sa iyo kung ano pa sasabihin niya mamaya. Go exit na Heidi. Hinihintay ka na. Yes. Kasi instructions ni Heidi, hot seat daw si Julius. Kasi next week, he'll be facing media already. Ma'am Karen, ikaw naman muna. Observation kay Julius after yun nga, the Olympics.
Well, of course, observation in terms of his behavior, you mean?
Yes. Hides, exit ka na, hinihintay ka na ng TV chat.
Nakikinig siya. Okay. Well, actually, lahat naman, no? The term probably is overwhelmed because of the attention in terms of the messages that we've been receiving. So for Julius, I think things will be different now, no, because of the attention that people will be giving kay Hides, not only with Hides but also to you, Julius, because you have shown the community in terms of what can you do, and also yun nga, yung success story kasi people love success story.
Heidi, tawag ka na sa TV5. Kailangan ka mag-exit, Hides. Please. Gusto niya because they're not together. Magkaiba yung quarantine rooms nila. Yeah. Heidi. Uy,
ayaw po umalis, sir. Andyan pa.
Julius, can you tell her to log off already? Ayan na. Okay. Hi.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you. Okay. We'll continue the discussion here. She has to log into another interview. Any questions to Julius, the team? Thank you really, Ma'am Karen, for like processing all these with them. Kasi kailangan talaga yan. So Julius, can you talk about how odd you are? We've been texting, no? How different, and as you said, grabe sir, crazy. Yun yung words ni Julius, no? Because yun, you were white crazy when you saw everything when you came back from Tokyo.
Well, I mean, you know, I always come back to my roots. I'm from a small island in the Pacific Ocean.
Yes.
You know, my father is from the Philippines, my mother's from Japan, and I grew up in Guam. So, you know, stuff like this, I'm not very used to because I'm an island boy. I'm not exposed to very different scenarios like this, and of course even my island is also very like they're also overwhelmed and ecstatic about it. It's for me it's new because the last how many years it's always been very overwhelming in terms of the amount of stress that we'd had to endure. But now it's overwhelming in terms of just so much attention and limelight, and I'm not very used to that. I'm not very into that because I'd rather Heidi have it, not me. You know, if anything, and that's why I'm just trying to stay comfortable with, trying to continue to stay humble and be who I am.
That's true. Bian, you may have concerns. You, the psychologist in the group too.
Right, oo. Kasi parang for me, like the sports psychology is a different thing talaga kasi iba yung pag-isip talaga and yung preparation of an athlete. Like my dad is a black belter, karateka po siya. So talaga makikita ko yun sa sports. And how siguro the question maybe is how do you really prepare the minds of an athlete and kumbaga the families and the team or the people surrounding the athlete, parang pati ba sila you prepare them for it?
Yeah. Yun, actually true yan. Yung sports psychology kasi is something, siya yung most neglected among the different aspects in sports. No? Most neglected, but they don't see that it is the most critical. Kasi pag nandun na sila during competition, in terms of their talent, in terms of how they perform, magiging equal na yan eh. Ang magiging labanan na lang talaga niyan is really the mental aspect. So since sports psychology, it's a mental skill, you really have to develop it long before the competition. So hindi siya pwede yung malapit na yung competition, saka mo lang siya i-develop yung skill, it won't be helpful. Kasi whatever you insert, pag malapit na yung competition, you don't know the effect sa tao. Pwedeng it can be a distraction, it can be also helpful. So pag ganun na, crucial na yung time, hindi mo na siya pwedeng galawin. So ang sasabihin mo talaga, sige, I will work with you after na lang the competition kasi you don't know the reaction eh. And then, in terms of how do I prepare, depende siya. Depende sa sport, depende sa tao. So for a person or for a sports psychology to develop, a psychologist develop a program, kailangan kilalanin niya muna ng husto yung tao. Kasi iba-iba eh. Kahit minsan sa team yan, iba-iba sila ng personality, iba-iba sila ng strength, iba-iba sila ng weaknesses. So the more that you know the person, mas madali kang makadesign ng mga activity for them, no? Na babagay para doon sa sport. Kasi it's not easy eh. I-template mo siya, depende doon sa tao.
Paano naman po, like, how about aftercare? Yung kanyari, tapos sa competition, like, I'm pretty sure meron kang plan A, plan B, pag nanalo, pag di nanalo, yung mga ganun, like, kayo naman po, like, how do you prepare rin po dun sa mga scenario? I'm sure you have probably like 5,000 different scenarios in your head.
Ako, what I tell always to the athlete, no, if nanalo ka, we celebrate until 11:59. No? And then when natalo ka, we cry together until 11:59. But tomorrow is another day. No? So, we process the emotions and the feelings. Kasi ano naman eh, normal naman for that person or athlete to feel sad or good. may siya right ngayon to feel that, but tomorrow is another day, no? Yung ability nila to bounce back. So yun for me naman, in my case naman, I really have to prepare also mentally, no? Kay Heights nga nung sa Tokyo, ganun din. Minsan 1 or 2 hours of sleep lang. I cannot sleep, no, because I also have my own anxiety thinking of her. So, kailangan din, yun nga, very important that I have to take care of myself mentally kasi makikita ni Hides eh. So, kung kunyari medyo kinakabahan siya, hindi ko pwedeng pakita sa kanya na kinakabahan ako. No? So, sabi ko sa kanya, I really have to level up also because kailangan on top ka of your emotions, on top ka of what you're going to say. So, ganun din. No? So, I always go back pa rin sa faith, no? Na bago ko siya kunyari puntahan sa Olympic Village, sinasabi ko lang, no, give me the right words, no? Give me the wisdom and the knowledge kung ano yung dapat sabihin. Kasi mahirap eh. You cannot say kung ikaw lang, pwedeng magkamali ka. So, kailangan careful.
Right. Tapos last na lang po, Doc Karen, no? How about the support team? Kunyari po sila Coach Julius, sila Coach Sean. Do you also like talk to them so that they're also prepared for whatever.
Very important that yung core, no, nag-uusap, even the family. That's why when I have session with Hides, I always ask her on kausap mo na yung family mo kasi it is very important to check yung mga mahalaga sa kanya, na check niya, or minsan sasabihin ko sa kanya na na meron ka bang self-care time na 30 minutes or 45 minutes every day, gano'n. Tapos kaila Julius naman, kaila Ma'am Jeanette, we communicate. Ayun nga, even wala si Hides, so that we check on her, no, kung ano yung mga kailangan adjustment, tapos what can we do para sa kanya, para makatulong. So I think it's really, yun nga, communication between the team.
Any more questions? Any more questions from the panel? Trial questions para kay Julius. Any more questions siguro?
Ako po, Sir Noel, I have a question
go.
Karen din po in relation to what B was asking. Especially after winning the gold or winning competitions, how do you prepare the team and Hidilyn also for the, I guess, the public, syempre the Philippines is a very showbiz, celebrity-centric country. How do you prepare the team for such that welcoming and that amount of feedback that you're going to be getting online, on ground, all that?
Correct. Actually, as of now, we haven't really have yung talagang meeting as a team. Kasi parang masyadong mabilis eh. Parang after 48 hours of yung competition, we have to travel, and then pagbalik nga, we thought etong 7 days quarantine, we're going to have yung break, and then habang naka-break, magzo-zoom kami to parang usap-usap. Pero hindi pa siya nangyayari. Yesterday, it was more of kamustahan. Kasi na-miss na namin yung isa't isa. And then parang grabe, ang daming invites, ganyan-ganyan. So, but I think tonight or the days to come, we really have to talk about kung ano yung mangyayari or ano yung plans for the team. Kasi it is very important that you have also one parang road or track that we're going to do.
I hope it happens tomorrow, and we're making our media friends understand. Day off po ni Heidi bukas. So please, we wanted to grant all the interviews, pero siguro we'll postpone it for next week, no? So at least may oras kayo para sa sarili nyo at para sa team para mag-meet din. Yun. At least people will understand that. Any more questions to the team members who are here? Julius, okay ka pa? Okay naman, game. Max, you have any question?
Okay, so anyone can answer this, but in sports, like I see with all of you, you work as a team, you talk a lot about perseverance, determination. So what are skills or things that you learn working in sports that can be applied to even people who aren't athletes in living day-to-day life?
The ability to be resilient, and adapt. Kasi lalo na ngayong pandemic, there are things that we cannot control. So our ability to adapt fast is very important. Kasi yun nga, even sports or not in sports, there are things that you cannot control. Sayang yung energy mo dwelling on it. So you just have to focus in terms of ito yung situation ngayon, what can be done. No? So instead of reactive, we should be proactive and also be resilient kasi ang dami talagang changes na nangyayari ngayon eh. And change is the only thing that is constant. But our ability to adapt to the situation, yun yung pinaka-importante. Like yung nangyari nga kay Hides, nasa Malaysia siya, na-lockdown siya. So anong pwedeng gawin with the situation? So that is very important.
Ako, Julius, people were talking about your foster family in Malaysia. Si Heidi talked about it. We want to get it from your point of view. What was the help that they extended and how were you able to do that garage gym? So, it's a very limited resources. And Heidi's so particular about the stage, no, the podium. Medyo naiirita daw siya pag hindi patag. Parang yun, di ba may sarili, yun. Can you describe your condition in Malaysia and how you were able to train there?
Our conditions in Malaysia, we were training at the city gym in KL, Kuala Lumpur, and when lockdown was announced, after Malaysia was free for a while, when lockdown was announced, we made the last minute decision to go to Malacca into the province, and basically we were the vice president of the Malaysian Women Federation. He's a good friend of ours. He he welcomed us to his house in Malacca, his wife's family's house, and basically we were able to turn the garage into two platforms where I can train and I can also where the other kids who are with us can train as well. So it took a while to find the right platform that allowed Heidi to be happy with the conditions, and basically we were able to we train outdoors obviously, but we were basically able to adjust and get the most out of it.
Any more questions to Julius, to Coach Gao, and Karen from the team?
Noel, can I ask?
Yeah, go, Jovi.
Question of one person lang.
Go.
Has Hidilyn ever lifted Mr. Julius?
Wait, lifted me?
Yeah.
No.
I know.
No.
But you're able to lift her.
Yeah.
Okay. So tama naman. At least yun yung kaya. But she can lift you, ayaw mo lang. Kaya kanyang buhatin. Sige, kung ako nga, kaya niyang buhatin.
I'm pretty sure. But we don't want to risk any injuries. And that would be my fault.
May lusot siya doon. Anyway, so any more questions? Any other thing? Any more reflections or things that you want people to know, Julius? I think you have more to say, about, well, this is our first time to ever say things in public. What do you want them to know about you? Kasi parang ang daming misconceptions.
I'm more of the type, let my work do the talking, because I think a lot of people, because one, my accent, two, just the way I carry myself, it's very easy to have many misconceptions of who I am, or so I let my work do the talking. I'm not very keen on letting everyone know who I am, because I realize that the more I try to please, losing myself. So I think that if people, there's a lot of news about what we've accomplished the other day, and I think if they go to my social media, or at least my Instagram, they can see what I do and what my goal is in life. And it's really just to inspire people, and similar to what Heidi wants to do with her advocacies.
Would you live here in the Philippines, or would you want to go back to Guam and bring Heidi there?
I think right now everything is still undecided. We don't really know what the future will hold at the moment. There's a lot of things that I still want to accomplish, because last
Like what? We want to know. Like we want to know.
years
So
have
people will ask you
really
that, Julius.
been, okay, well, I mean, I have a business. I have a production company called The Collective Culture, and basically we want to travel the world and tell people stories. We want to tell people's whys. Aside from being a weightlifter and a coach, I'm also a filmmaker, and I want to continue to make films that share people's stories, because I really get inspired when I get to hear other people and their inspiring stories, and be able to tell them in a compelling way. It's just me, my team, we all live across the world. And eventually we want to be together and travel the world together. And of course, I want to bring Hidilyn with me, and be able to tell these stories.
And then we have to tell the people. I've seen those videos, no. We can like produce something, no, out of all the journey of Hidilyn to the goal. This very well documented.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, we have a lot of videos, but sometimes it's just not even like, it's not something that we put a lot into mind. We just live in the moment. Heidi has her vlog on YouTube, so a lot of the bits and pieces will be basically, I guess, talked about in a book or whatever somewhere someday. Yeah.
So what kind of married life? Yes, but what kind of married life do you see? A simple life in the country?
Yeah, I think somewhere simple, somewhere where I can have a place to be based at, and then just whenever there's a nice story to tell, just be able to leave, or even just having a nice like facility where we can train the athletes and inspire the youth, and to be able to run my production company, and and travel. And it's just, I know there's a lot more to accomplish. We're not done yet. The Olympics was just the beginning of our life.
Mm-hmm. I'll push it a bit, because Heidi's concern is that you want a complete family. You really want a successful family life. What's your formula towards that? Or how do you want to achieve it?
Well, I think it starts really with being able to really expand my, I guess, just being able to really do what I want to do to really improve and become better. I can't really say right now, because right now we don't know. The future is still very uncertain. Even though we won the gold medal, there's still no certain goal. Everything right now is we're still in the moment. We need to process everything before we go back to Malaysia. Yes. And it's just, I think things will start to make more sense in a few weeks.
Go back to Malaysia to do what, Julius?
To train for our next competition.
For the next competition. Assessment, Ma'am Karen. so para tayong nag-therapy on air.
Yeah, actually, yan nga. I think everything is on hold pa, no?
Yes,
because they're still overwhelmed kung ano yung nangyari. But sabi ko, kay Hides also, it's time for you to think what you want, no? Not in terms of what other people want. Kasi at the end of the day, that's your life, no? If you want to proceed or kung ano man yung gusto mo in life, life is short, no? If that's one reminder ng pandemic na to, life is short. You have to enjoy it. No? So, if ano pa ba yung goal mo, then kung na-achieve mo na, then you have to think, no? What do you still want for yourself, not for other people.
Ang galing. So, last messages now. Let's wrap up. Max, go. Unahin mo na, the youngest in the team. Lessons learned, mga pulot natin in this episode na para tayong nag-group session.
Parang nag-group session, Sarah.
Okay, this is in preparation for their guestings also in mainstream media next week. Eh? Go, Max.
Yes. So of course, like we all learned about perseverance, about the resilience that we just got to talk about. But also I'd like to congratulate the team because Hidilyn's gold wouldn't have been the gold if it weren't for her team also, who backed her up and everything. So yes, congratulations again. And thank you for spending your afternoon with us.
Go Lester!
Di siguro take away yung sa akin, Noel, pero a wish that the government will really set aside budget for athletes. And then siguro for private institutions, sana hindi lang kapag nanalo yung support. Sana during preparation, meron ding support from private institutions.
And that's the hardest. Julius, can you talk about that briefly? They'll ask you about that. No, parang the support should come in during the training, not during the gold, not during the medals. How hard was it, Julius? I know you were the one who toiled for that.
You know, the way I look at it now is, you know, we get stronger every time we go through these tough we had to deal with, but we were able to really overcome it. And now at least, you know, the fruits of our labor will be that there will be more support and hopefully more grassroots programs and more awareness of weightlifting. I mean, you know, like I think if everything was handed to us, we wouldn't have won the gold medal. I think if we didn't go through all the struggles, all of the sacrifices, the pain, the tears, the fights, I don't think this journey would have been possible without that. And I think the way I look at it now is if I continue to live with any hate or any regret, I mean, I think it's just something that's going to make me keep me unhappy. And I think the best moment now is to look past everything that we've been through and actually grow, because I know for a fact with this, everything that we've dealt with, we've grown a lot. You know, the team grew a lot. We've become really family, and Coach Gao is really, you know, a big part of that. He's also someone that's had to sacrifice time from his family. And now he will be able to go back to his family and to know that he won a gold medal for the Philippines.
Beating his own country, no? That's different. Ang hirap. So, Jovi?
Well, for my part, I just wish that they'll get all the money that they have been promised. And I think you are going to help them, no, Noel? So, congratulations once again.
Bian, final message.
Thank you.
Yes, sa akin po, thank you and congratulations to the team, and I hope it will become, this is like a wake-up call din po sa atin to really support our athletes and support the supporting team, the support system of the athletes, because we all, kumbaga parang tulungan na lang siya, hindi lang dahil laging kung sino yung nakikita ko ano yung umaga talaga, but really all aspects po talaga na makakatulong sa atin as a nation. So again, thank you po, congratulations, and pagdadasal po namin kayo. Thank you.
No, Cholo, any final words, Cholo?
For me, of course, thank you and congratulations for all the success. But also, I hope that this is just a beginning for the team and for sports, that we that there will be more platforms to be able to showcase this after this historic win, and that you guys get all the love and support that you deserve even further after this. So thank you again and congrats and God bless.
And thank you talaga. James?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you po dun sa Team Hidilyn. Thank you for all your efforts. Kumbaga sundan ko lang yung sinabi ni Lester kanina. Sana yung mga athletes and anyone who is representing the Philippines ay maipakilala ng kumbaga ng mas maaga, para 'di ba hindi yung kung kailan nasa Olympics na doon lang natin i-cheer, doon lang natin bibigyan ng support. Kumbaga sana may ganung mindset na training for athlete, yung dito pa lang homegrown ay na natin, sana i-boost na natin. And ayun, thank you po and congratulations to Coach Gao, Sheshe. Sana wag po kayo madala.
Chinese, no?
Wag po kayo madala na, to help us out again. And after all, we're friends.
We're friends. That's supposed to be the line. Anyway, last ka na, no, kasi ikaw yung boss. Coach Golf, any final word? Yeah, John also. Okay. Any last message? Any message to inspire the Filipinos? Thank you for making us beat you.
能给我翻译一下吗？
好。他在问你，因为我们要结束了，所以你想说几句话吗？
没有了，非常感谢大家对海底的支持和帮助，非常感谢所有关心帮助海底的朋友们 ，Thank you very much.
Thank you. What did he say?
Yeah, so he's just saying he's very grateful for everyone who helped Hidilyn, and thank you very much.
Okay, so John, what's your takeaway in this episode? Sorry, I got you in to be part of this, and thank you. Last minute, what can your students learn from this session?
I didn't know about the team. So I was parang behind the success of one person is this huge team support.
Yes.
So that was new to me, and therefore, of course, for the country, for the athletes, the need to have such a support system is crucial.
Very important. Yes. Thank you for being our support group also. Julius, last message. Inspire us more. Thank you. This is your first lengthy interview. This must have prepared you for next week. More and more people will be interviewing you next week. You know what to say and what not to say.
I'm thankful that everyone is thankful that we as a team helped Hidilyn bring the gold medal for its very first gold medal for the Philippines. I really hope that this will also encourage more athletes and empower more athletes to want to bring pride to the country and to be proud of who they are as Filipinos and what they represent, because we the people are very resilient and we can overcome any disaster. We can overcome anything and come back strong. So I really hope that also sheds a light on important sports sciences and how important there needs to be a very good personable relationship between the athlete and the coaches, and that there needs to be very good chemistry in order for us to bring home the gold medal. Although financially we were able to do it at a very good way. I think that this will bring more financial support for others of athletes from other sports, and hopefully can bring us more medals in the future, as we are the very start of this, and hopefully that we can emulate this with other sports and other NSAs and whatnot. Thank you guys for believing in Team HD.
Yeleng, keep that final word always. Game, Ma'am Karen, we learned a lot from you, and we'll be in touch with you kasi you keep everyone grounded. Any final message, Ma'am Karen? Oh, nag-freeze. Oh, final smile na lang daw siya. Oh, what's happening? Nako. Ma'am Karen, any final word? If not, they're talking about Team HD. Now we have Team RK. Our leader, Father Nono, ano yung takeaway mo at ano yung pwede naming matutunan?
Well, actually, gusto ko lang tanungin kay Coach, tsaka kay Julius nga, kung may pag-asa pa na si Noel Ferrer gawin ding
hindi na
weightlifter.
Hindi ako yung weight. Hindi ako lifter, Father. Marunong sumagot. No, what's our takeaway? Ikaw yung nag-carry ng weight nitong broadcast na to.
Kanina tinanong ko si Hidilyn, and then marami nag-react nga na they were inspired by her story.
Grabe yung faith, no? Grabe talaga, pabalik-balik yung faith story.
So, I hope she continues to be an inspiration. Lalo na sa mga panahon ngayon, kailangan natin ng faith. I hope she continues to be that for many of us. And practical lamang na advice, magpahinga naman sila, no? Si Noel kasi, grabe.
No, day off nila bukas, Father.
Oo, kailangan magpahinga naman, di ba? Kung nandito pa yung si Karen, they need rest. Right, Julius? You need rest.
Si Julius naman rested naman yata. Mas stressed lang siya because I'm making him follow up on Heidi. Hindi sila magkasama. So palaging, ito yung kwento kahapon, Julius, sorry. In the middle of an interview with Jessica Soho, which will be out next this Sunday, and Julius is part of it. They were waiting, no? Parang ganyan, interview. Ganito kasimple yung buhay nila. Nawalan sila ng load sa Zoom. So that was a problem because Julius told me, so I had to call Channel 5 kasi si MVP next nila meeting. So those are very real concerns. They're on a lockdown, they're quarantined, paano sila makakakuha ng load? And kitang-kita mo rin kasimplehan ng buhay nila. Si Heidi, hindi naka-unli. Naka-prepaid cards. So yun, parang ganun kasimple yung buhay niya. And then when MVP met with them, ito magandang storya. Tinanong ni MVP, anong laman ng puso mo? Any other person could have asked for anything and MVP will give. You know what Heidi just said? Ako po, nami-miss ko lang yung pamilya ko. So paano mo tugunan yon? Ang MVP ginawa, sige, delikadong pumunta ka ng Zamboanga ngayon kasi lockdown, papuntahin natin sila dito, ako bahala sa kanila, pati yung pagstay niya dito kahit kailan. So parang it's really family, rootedness in the family and bringing the family together. So yun yung kailangan talaga. And this is one whole unit of a family. That's why, Julius, thank you for the trust, Coach Gao and the team, Ma'am Karen, Ma'am Janet and Heidi. I told them this is safe ground. This is actually the rehearsal for the media interviews next week. So, yun, kasi they'll be facing the media. So after Hidilyn being interviewed, people will have to know how great the team she has. So, parang yun, kung tayo palaging dating inuulit, if we don't learn and act together as a people, we will continue to suffer. So we just have to work together. So, thank you. Maraming salamat. Bye-bye. Thank you for everyone here. See you next week again for another episode of Level Up. But on Sunday, we have something very special, Father Nono. Sunday, we have a mass here and we're streaming it, I think, no?
No, well, actually, it's tomorrow. Yung feast day is tomorrow.
The feast day. Oh, can you announce that?
So, tomorrow at radyo-katipunan, we have the feast day mass at 8 o'clock to be celebrated by Father Mon Bautista. But the province also, the Jesuit province, mga Jesuita, have a special mass in the afternoon at 3 p.m. Also telecast sa radyo-katipunan. So please, if you cannot join us 8 a.m., you can join us 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay. Happy Feast Day to everyone.
Happy Feast Day. Thank you very much. We'll see you again next week. And radyo-katipunan every day starting Monday. Well, actually, every day naman kasi may Sunday masses din. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Maraming salamat. Thank you, Team HD, for the trust. This is a safe space. Don't worry. My God. My God.
Ulit kang nagplano. Level up.
It's kumusta ikaw?
Handang-handa na siya. But at the end of the day, sigat pa rin. God's will, ano mangyayari sa laro. And naiuwi kong medalya dahil sa kanya.
How are you preparing for it? Hirap?
Mahirap. I have to give up everything. I just have to focus in training. and diet. Tapos, yun, patayan sa training.
And what do you need from the Filipino people?
Yung pinakakailangan ko talaga from Filipino people is yung dasal. Because at the end of the day, it's God. And I really need your prayers. Prayers talaga. Please, for Tokyo 2020 and SEA Games. Salamat.
So, ito lahat ang bunga ng preparasyon. So, nagpapasalamat po ako sa PSC, MVP Sports Foundation, Phoenix, and SWP, at sa mga taong nagdasal po at sa sumuporta nandito ngayon. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Pagangat ng kabuhayang marilag, liparin mo ang hangganan ng langit. Sa ulap ng pag-asa'y iyong makakamit ang tagumpay na bunga ng iyong pagpupunyagi, pangarap ng inang bayang tinatangi. Tutularan ka ng sunod na salinlahi, kapuri-puring pag-aanay ng lakas, nagpupugay sa makabagong bayani. Ang buong bansa'y nagpapasalamat. Liparin mo ang hangganan ng langit, sa ulang ng pag-asa iyong makakamit ang tagumpay na bunga ng iyong pagpupunyagi, pangarap ng inang bayang tinatangi. Ingatan mo ang lipad na pangarap, umaasa sa iyo ang bayan mong naghihintay, nakangking mo sa dulo ng lahat ng iyong pagpapagal, ang tamis na dulot ng iyong tagumpay, ang tamis na dulot ng iyong tagumpay, ang tamis na dulot ng iyong
Di kailanman mapipigilan pagbuhos ng ulan, ang buhay sadyang ganyan.
At kaya ng papago-pagong pag-ihip ng hangin, lahat ay lilipas at magsasalita.
Huwag kang mabahala, huwag mataranta, hindi kailangan ang mag-alilangan pa.
Isipin mo laging nandito lamang ang aking balikat, sa'yo'y nakaabang.
Asahan mo, hindi ka iiwan sa mundo. Lahat may hangganan, asahan mo. Wala nang atrasan sa iyong bawat bawat hakbang mapupuntahan. Pangako kailanman agad akong nandyan. Sang tawag mo
tuwing nagdidilim ang langit, di ba't nagpapakita ang buwan hanggang mag-umaga na naman.
Tara't hintayin na natin magsikat ang iyong araw hanggang sa magliwanag muli ang lahat.
Asahan mo, hindi ka iiwan sa mundo. Lahat may hangganan, asahan mo. Wala nang atlasan sa iyong bawat hakbang mapupuntahan. Pangako kailanman agad akong nandyan sa tawag mo. Asahan mo, hindi ka iiwan sa mundo. Lahat may hangganan, asahan mo. Wala nang atlasan sa iyong bawat hakbang mapupuntahan. Pangako kailanman agad akong nandyan sa tawag mo lang. Sang tawag mo lang.
All caps, mga Atenista! It's time to your talk variety program showcasing the best in media and other fields as we feature the most loved personalities and the best practices of what we truly refer to as Magis. Together with multi-awarded multimedia guru Mr. Noel Ferrer, let's all level up every Fridays from 3 to 6 p.m. here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM. Radyo-katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo-katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo-katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.